Hey everybody, welcome to webinar number 1 of challenge number 19. We are getting up there on the challenge number. How's everybody doing? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. You can see a Google Sheet on the screen and you can hear me okay. Give me a 1 in the chat box. I see people. I know you're here. Everybody good to go? Good, good, good. You can hear and see me. Because last time I think I started and I was about 5 minutes in, nobody could see my screen, so that's kind of dumb. Anyway, all right, cool. So we got a bunch of yeses, cool. And then let me know where you're at. Where are you in the world? I'm in London. It was 25 yesterday, which is super warm. We're going back into a 4-week lockdown, I guess, but they're keeping schools open and daycare open, of course, because why would you lock down completely when you can do it half-assed? Anyway, it's warm, super warm, and I can't wait to get out on the lake, actually. So I just got a nice little jet ski the other day, so that's going to be some fun. I had a snowmobile for a long time, but you can only use that when you have snow. So it'll be a little bit different going out on the actual jet ski because I can go anytime. So it's going to be fantastic. All right, here's what we're going to do. I got a whole new method for you guys that I haven't showed anybody before, but I'm going to teach it to you because this applies to not only like Mother's Day, but it can apply to any holiday, and you can basically use this year-round too. This is a pretty evergreen method. It's called the top 10 method, and what we're doing is usually we'll send somebody from an ad right to a direct to one product, right? So we're trying to get them interested in that one product. But in this challenge, we're going to be using banner ads on Google. So we have to go a little bit broader to make it appeal to more people, and we actually have to get them to click more than anything. So the way that we're doing that is just using kind of a top 10 a list or method or a listing. And I'll show you how to do this. We don't need Shopify. We don't need any fancy programs for this. We can do this right on, I'm going to show you how to do it on GearBubble. If you have a Shopify store, you can do this too. And you can combine it with Google Ads, so Google Display banner ads. It works very well. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to be creating products. We're going to research, create, and launch today. And then next one, we're actually going to be doing the campaign, like the banner ad campaign. And then the third one, we're going to be tying it up with remarketing. And I'm thinking of bringing the email stuff into it too, because email is very, very important to just give you a full method. So the draw for this is when somebody's like surfing on a website or going anywhere, say they go to, I like to use CNN as an example because they have lots of banners. But say somebody goes to CNN and you'll see there's one right there. So this is a banner for Subaru. And you can tell because when you mouse over it says ad choices. So the hottest new Subaru lineup, the all-new Subaru lineup is incredible, high-tech, luxury features, affordable pricing, iResults.com. So you can see even Subaru, which is really good that they did this, they didn't advertise one vehicle. They're advertising their whole lineup. So actually this is this is just justification of my method that even the big companies are using this. So if I click this, I'm going to, well, I guess this is iResults. I don't know what that is, but what is iResults? I guess this place. I don't know, maybe our review site. But they're reviewing, like, when you land, you're not given just one thing to look at. Like, you're given a bunch. So the appeal with the banner ad is the whole lineup. And then it sends you to a page that has a bunch of options. So this is totally, I didn't even plan this, but this just totally reinforces that for you guys that my method works. Because imagine this, so we have Mother's Day is coming up. So we have top 10 Mother's Day gifts. Check them out right now. And we don't even have to say what it is. It could be, we could say top 10 Mother's Day mugs. We could say top 10 mugs to get mom. Or we could just say top 10 gifts for mom. Something just to get their interest because we want to get them to click that, go to our page, and then on the page, we've got like 10 of our best mugs or 10 of our best necklaces or 10 of our best pillows or 10 of our best tumblers or 10 of our best t-shirts. Like, it doesn't matter what the product is. The key is we're getting them from a website. So they're on CNN looking for their daily dose of whatever, political information from this resource. But we want to get them off here. We want to get them to our site. So now this site too, I guarantee, if I look at the page source, they've got it pixeled, and they must have it pixeled. Well, there's a Google Tag Manager I can see already. I just saw it. Yeah, Google Site Tag. See this? So the Subaru site where I highlighted, they've got this pixeled. So they know that I visited this. So now I guarantee when I go around surfing on other websites, I'll start seeing Subaru ads, or ads for iResults anyway. iResults must be a review site. But anyway, they've got it pixeled, so they're building that list. And I'm sure in here somewhere, they want my email address, I bet. Well, maybe not on this site. What if I click one? That's a very strange site. Oh, maybe they're getting search results for, are they like an affiliate? Yeah, of yahoo.com. Is this an affiliate site? I haven't heard of being an affiliate of yahoo.com, but my God, it takes you to Yahoo. So I'm guessing this is an arbitrage site. So what they do is they're siphoning traffic off major sites, sending it to their landing page. This landing page has got to be an affiliate link. Click request URL. I'm just looking in the bottom left. Yeah, so I imagine this is an affiliate site. So when I click that, they just got paid like, I don't know, a penny or something. So they're just trying to suck in as many clicks as they can to send it to yahoo.com. That'd be my guess. Powered by Bing. But I didn't know that Yahoo had that. Anyway, not the point. Point is, the method worked. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting up banner ads on websites. And the banner ads are going to lead to our page that's going to have not Subaru, but it's going to have our products. And then when they click our product, they can buy it. And then when they buy it, they're going to be added to an email list. So we're building an email list, we're getting sales, and we're getting people, we're throwing a wider net in order to get the people in. So how do we start this whole thing? Well, I'm just going to move this over quickly, because this is what we're doing today. So the method is we're going to create a store. There's going to be 10 items in it. I'm going to do a free store on GearBubble. I'm not going to get fancy. If you have Shopify, you can use that. If you have the auto store program for GearBubble or GB Pro, you can use it. You can use WooCommerce. You can use whatever you want. I'm just going to use GearBubble for mine. We're going to promote that store with banner ads. We're going to add buyers to an email list. Goal number 1 is to get sales. Goal number 2 is to build that email list to market to. So how do you build an email list on something like GearBubble? Well, we can connect an autoresponder to GearBubble so that anytime somebody buys, they're automatically put on my email list. And then once they're on my email list, I can now market to them as often as I want. So if you're wondering if that works, the one that I show, I can never remember the name either. Let me go here. Gmail. And a lot of people have seen this, but I've told this story before. Can't remember what it is. Oh. So what I did is I bought this shirt. I don't know. I can't find it. What was the name of my Star Wars thing? Anyway. Star Wars. It was from T-Chip. What's this? This work? No. I know the name of it too. It's gonna bug me. Not T-Grass. Anyway, I bought a T-shirt from T-Chip, and it said, "Come to the dark side. We have bacon." And when I did that, the seller added me to a list. And I wish I could show you this, and the name will come to me as soon as I'm done this webinar. I know. So the seller automatically added me to their email list, and they sent me, no joke, over 470 emails over a 2-year period, I think it was. And I stayed on the list because I actually like it was a complete knockoff of Star Wars stuff, but I liked what they were sending me. So I'd look at them, and the email was basically just an image and a button, and that was it. And they'd send promotions around holidays like Christmas and Boxing Day and Cyber Monday and Black Friday and all that good stuff. Back to school, any reason to have a sale, they'd have a sale, and they just email me. And so the traffic that they got was free. And I think I bought a couple more shirts from them too before they got shut down for like copyright infringement, but it works. So I'm going to show you that. So sorry, I can't show you the actual emails, but they're pretty good. So we need that list, we need sales, and we need to get people from websites, and the websites that we can show our stuff on is not limited to any individual one. There's a ton of websites on the Google Display Network that we can access. So like the inventory is huge. And if you go to, I think I found something the other day on this, where do my show on, it's called GDN, Google Display Network. Where your ads can appear. All the display. There's a whole like couple of ads that I showed here. I can't find the numbers. I probably should have bookmarked that. That was dumb. Go on Google search and other sites, on websites that your customers visit. Google Display Network. A group of more than 2 million websites, videos, and apps where your ads can appear. So let's read more about that. A group of more than 2 million websites. Display Network sites reach over 90% of internet users worldwide. With Display Network, you can use targeting to show your ads in particular contexts like outdoor lifestyle or CNN.com. Oh, we just use that too. To particular audiences like young moms or people shopping for a new sedan, or in particular locations and more. So if you think about it, coming from like the Facebook world, right? Now the Facebook world is huge, but it's only for people on Facebook. So the people who are not on Facebook, and those people do exist. Like I have friends of my own that I hang around with like every day, and they do not have a Facebook account because they've never had one, they never wanted one. A couple of them are doctors, and they don't want to have a Facebook account because they don't want anybody seeing. Doctors are very private people. They really don't want anybody knowing anything about them. Whereas I'm like an online marketer, so I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But as an example of the doctor being private, I have a drone, and he was getting his pool put in last summer. So he lives down the street. So I took my drone and I flew it over, and I was showing the big concrete crane that was actually going over his 2-story house into his backyard. So I took like a 5-minute video just circling that, and then I posted it, and he gave me shit. He's like, you can't do that. People are going to find out where I live. That's no good. I'm like, number one, how do they even know it's your house? And I didn't tag you or anything in it. And number two, it's a cool video. So go to hell. So I had to take the video down. But anyway, it just shows that there are people out there that don't have a Facebook account and don't go on there. And there's a lot of them. So going outside that universe into another one is a good idea, because now we're going to hit people that maybe don't get pounded as hard with ads all the time, and maybe that haven't seen all our stuff all the time. So that's why I like this, because this is really impressive. Over 90% of internet users worldwide. So the display network that we're going to go on can reach all that, and we can target by a couple different things. And you're thinking, now how would Google know if somebody's a young mom? Well, or how would Google know if people are shopping for a new sedan or outdoor lifestyles? Because Google has more information on us than Facebook. They actually know everything about us. So they can, what these companies do is they'll get like your email address when, like I have, so top right, I have a Gmail account, a Google account. I have an ad account. They know my name, they know my address, they know everything about me. So they can now go to credit card companies and whatever, and they can buy data from these credit card companies, who do sell your information, by the way, to all these other third-party companies like Google. And then Google knows that, hey, this morning Will went to Tim Hortons and he bought a coffee. So now Google can take that information and use it for their ads. And it's seriously, like, people are worried about like a microchip from some vaccine. Give me a break. Like, we're tracked everywhere we go all the time, every day, with our phones and just by going online. So anyway, it's cool that we're going into this because we're going to hit a ton of people with our kind of top 10 method. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to do some research, create, and launch. And then we're going to repeat that 10 times. Now, I don't think I'm going to have time to repeat it 10 times, but I need you guys to have at least 10 products up just on GearBubble. And then in the next one, we'll actually create the store. We'll tweak the store to make it look pretty. And then we'll start sending traffic to the store. Okay, the top 10 items on the store, which is what our banner ads are going to be. So where do we start? Let's go back to square one and let's go here. The beautiful spreadsheet of tracking. So we'll call this challenge 19. And I can share the spreadsheet again too if you guys want. So this is going to be the top 10 method for, in this case, it's Mother's Day. And I'm actually going to narrow that down a little bit more. I'm going to do mugs. So people always ask me, they really want to sell mugs a lot. So we're going to sell some mugs for Mother's Day, but we're going to use the top 10 method. Okay, so let's go like this. Let's go image, quote, URL, when we found it, status, notes, and there. And then just remind me to share this on the, if I forget, I should remember. All right, so now we're going to plug in some images. So let's go find some. So where do we go? Let's try this. See if anybody else has done this before. 15 best Mother's Day mugs, 50 best custom mugs. When you start seeing stuff like that, that's actually a good thing. You know what? We haven't been to Pinterest in a while. Check it out. This grandma is fabulous. And a sippy cup, hummy sippy cup. Happy Mother's Day, love, blank. That's very simple. Mother, referee, teacher, cook, driver, listener. Reading tiny Oh, this tiny humans thing. The lady on Etsy is insane with trying to protect this. She says she has a trademark on it. If you put anything on Etsy that says tiny humans on it, she will pretty much automatically get it taken down. or like message you. Just say, take down my tiny human. I'm like, my God, how can people own words? Like, it's so ridiculous. Momster, what happens when mom counts 10? Mom. Well, that's very simple. Best mom ever. Okay, so this is something. So let's start opening these. That's just a very simple mug, but it's so simple that it would probably actually work really well. Here's another one too. Best mom ever. And it doesn't have to be fancy. That's the thing with these things. Home is where your mom is. Best mom ever. So let's take a picture of that one. No, I don't like how grayed out part. I actually like this one down here better. So let's go like that. There. And then, so that goes in here. Save it. So make a folder, and then go like that. And go back here, and we'll insert this. Now, I'm not saying this one's going to work, but we can definitely, I mean, best mom ever has got to be a pretty popular one that should sell quite a bit. I've sold best mom ever mugs before, and they're simple, easy to make, and they work. So we could do this, and then just put best mom ever, URL, where to find that one? Here. Base values only, status, pending, notes, could personalize this too with her name if we wanted. So we could have them type in her name and then maybe you're the best mom ever if we wanted. Just a very simple one. So there's a ton of these on, as you can see. My God, there's tons and tons and tons on Pinterest. Instant mom just had coffee. Oh, there's the best one. Bra off, hair up, sweats on. Okay. Mom, well done. I'm awesome. My favorite people call me Mommy. Mama needs her coffee. Thanks, Mom. I turned out awesome. That's a good one. You are Mom in a million. Mom feel. So there's a whole bunch there, but I'm actually going to skip to here to, that's friend lamps. Why would that be under mugs? Gospy is another site that has a whole bunch of them, but they actually do customized characters. So if you go here and you look at mothers and daughters forever, and then they'll actually let you customize the image and all that. So we can't really do this on GearBubble, but on like mother and one daughter, on Shopify, there are now apps that allow you to do this kind of stuff. So if you want to do the personalized thing, where they actually, you know, pick the sweater and the hair color and the hat and what they're holding and put their name, you can do that. So Gospy is a site that's been copied multiple times. Up here too, there's personalized ones. So personalized mugs are always good. Now, if this is the first SEO result, oh, but man, the internet is like reading my mind, because I just told you guys like world's best mom or best mom ever is a good one, and they're like, oh no, these are better. Okay, well, if they're better, let's have a look. Are they better, or are they just what you're an affiliate of? I don't see anything better so far. Oh, that's cool. Coffee mug with engraved bamboo lid, but we can't really do that. Messy bun mug. Oh, the boss. Yeah, I don't see how these are better. No, these are kind of generic. Best bonus mom ever. Oh, there you go. That's not a bad idea, because it's not just moms, but there's also stepmoms. Mom, mother like no other, Wonder Woman. I don't see how these are better. Well, let's go right to, there's Amazon too. Here we go. Mother's Day mug on Etsy. So here's where you can just scan. You can try and see any bestsellers that are in here, or any that catch your fancy. So this one, Mom, of all the vaginas in the world, I'm so glad it popped out of yours. Love always, Jessica. So that's funny. I think I tried to run that on TikTok as well, and they wouldn't let me because of the word vagina. But I think it's funny, so I could do that. Save, and then we'll insert this one. Oops, too far. Okay, so well, I'm so glad. Well, blank. So we could personalize this. Let's get that URL. Everything before the question mark. Special, there we go. Pending. Open name. Okay, so you're gonna repeat this. You're gonna go through Google. You're gonna go through, you can go through images too. There's a ton on this. Tons and tons and tons of mugs. So you're entering an area that has a ton of competition, and the reason it's got a ton of competition is because there's a ton of money in it. This is one too that we can do. I actually have this one sitting on my counter right now. I forgot to give it to my mom last year, but dear Mom, thanks for putting up with a spoiled, ungrateful, bratty child like my brother. So we can do this. It's actually funny, like really good. I know somebody's saying, what's the cutoff for Mother's Day for mugs? I can't remember what it is, but this whole method can be applied. It doesn't have to be Mother's Day. It could be funny mugs in general if you wanted. I'm just tying it to Mother's Day because Mother's Day is coming up quick. And it's a very profitable time because everybody's got a mom and everybody buys a gift for the mom on Mother's Day. Well, unless they don't like their mom, then they're not going to. But a lot of people like their mom. Want to get her something. So, dear mom, thanks for putting up with a spoiled. Now, I use sibling instead of brother. I'm grateful, bratty child like my. I did this. Sibling. Love. Here, let's do that. So you could do that, or you could customize it. So let's grab that URL. Experience plumbing. So. Well, a lot of best bump. There it is. You on Amazon. Okay, so I'm just going to copy image address. I'll paste that in here. And pending, and then same thing. Personalize with their name. Make that bigger. All right, then I'm just going to freeze this row. So view, freeze, one row. There. So now when I scroll, it stays. And then I'm going to share this with you guys so you don't have to start from zero. So let's go here. Oh, let's go here first. Share. Link. Link. Done. I'm going to go into the forums while I'm here. Share this. And we'll put this link to research sheet. I want a copy of the sheet. So now you can go in there right now if you wanted, and you just click it, and then you're good to go. All right, so let's go back here. So we got 3 in there. I'm just going to do 1 now and get it listed, and then you guys can repeat this 10 times. So you got to find 10 of these, and then you have to go and make it. So how do you make it? There's a couple of ways to do it. I'm going to show you. There's a good old this one. Been using this for a while. Word swag. The only problem is it's only on your phone, but it's very good for making mugs. There's another one called, wait. There's another one I found too, and I can't remember the name. What was the name of it? You guys might know. Was it this? Text swag? You can see what this does. Let's play it up for a sec. It might have been this. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of apps that you can use to do these. You can also just use Photoshop to do it. You can also go here if you guys don't want to do it. Good old Fiverr. And you can type in mug, and you'll get a zillion results because there's a whole ton of people that are doing designs for dirt cheap. So if you don't want to do it, you don't want to use an app, you can do that. Or other one, if you don't want Canva, you can use this one. This one. It's like an online version of Photoshop. Super cool. It's actually pretty cool. They've done a really good job. So I could create one in this too for free. I do have this for an account, Canva. So I can create, if I go like this and I go, I don't know if there's anything, mug. See if there's any templates. Check this out. 1 million templates. 171 templates for mugs. So if you're not very artsy and you want to do one, there's free ones, there's paid ones. I think I have I do have a paid account, but there's enough in here to get you going for sure. And I saw one in here too where I'm like, well, that pretty cool. So you just click it and then you go that, and then you can edit the text. You can go pretty easy. Oops. Well, if you hold shift down, you can stretch it. That could be a coffee mug right there. It's really that simple. Make that bigger. Do anything wrong with these. If you want to do them both, do shift. And yeah. I don't really think this would sell, but that's how fast you could do it. I mean, who knows? Maybe it would. God, stranger things have happened, right? So I could take this best mom ever, and maybe I want to put some hearts on it too. So if I go here, I go to elements, then I'll go heart. Then I want to do, oh no, I'll do this. And then I'll do a copy of this. I'll paste it. And I could even flip it somehow. I can't remember how. Oh, flip. There you go. Flip horizontal. There, I just made one. If I wanted some color, I could do it. Don't really need any, but if I wanted some. I think it's under styles. I can't remember where it is. But this is just a black and white mug. So if I want to take it, now they have a print mug thing, but I can also just download it and I can save it to a folder too. So I can go File, Save to Folder, and I could put this as Mother's Day mugs, create new, and then add. So now I just put this into my folder, and when I download it, we can do PNG up here, and we can make it transparent, and we can hit download. And they'll even, yeah, see, they're hooked into some print thing too now. Canva print. Oh, they have their own printing. So they'll actually print this puppy on a mug too if you wanted. Pretty cool. So let's show this in the folder. Move this over. Now, so I just did a quick design in like a flash, like took me no time at all. But now what I want to do is I want to launch this thing on GearBubble. So you're going to get it made. You need 10 of these. Okay, I just did one quick and dirty, super simple. But just gonna go over here for a sec. I lost my page. Where's my page? Hang on. Make sure I'm on the right thing here. Too many windows. The right one? Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, so go to GearBubble. Launch. Traditional. Now we can do anything. We can do travel mugs, tumblers, wine glass, camper mug. I'm actually going to do like standard. I'm just going to do coffee mug. So I'm going to upload design, and then I can just drag and drop. Boop. If this is like a best-selling mug, I'm going to lose it because it's so simple. So I like to do duplicate image on back. Here's where you can personalize stuff though. If you wanted, you just click add text layer, then you can drag this around. Then they actually have to type their name in there. So I'm not going to do that. So just hit delete. But you can. You can also add a photo. So you could do a mug where it's like upload a photo of your mom and then add their name. I find with the photo stuff, they don't convert as high because people don't always have the photo like on hand, right? So the conversion rate drops because they don't have it available. So they like the idea and they love the idea of putting the photo on it, but the extra work involved, and I think the privacy stuff too, freaks them out a little bit. That's my experience anyway. Oh, and add other style. I'm gonna add the 15 ounce as well. So I'm gonna sell this at the, I'm gonna use that base cost of $19.95, but I'm gonna get into this in the next one. But here, actually I'll get into this now. So sidebar, I love sidebars. Here's what I've learned. Let's say, and this is, let's say I want to sell a course, and let's say my course is $1,000. So I have a course, sell $1,000 course. How? Okay, I can do it direct. So we could do it direct. So that would mean just send people from an ad right to the sales page and hope they buy. Okay, I could do that. So I could go add to sales page to buy. Okay, that's one way. That's the old school way. Or I could do add to opt-in to webinar to phone call to buy. So that one is a little bit more advanced, but it converts a little bit better because you get them on the phone, right? More work though. Or I could do add to opt-in to PDF guide to buy. Or I could do add to low cost product. So that's sales page, right? But it's lower cost. Sales page to buy. Now, with mugs and stuff, so I'm talking about pricing at like $19.95, which is expensive a little bit. It does work. They will sell if you have one that catches on. But this mug, I mean, people can find this everywhere for dirt cheap. So one of the methods that I'm going to show you in the next one is that if we're thinking beyond the direct response mindset into more of long-term, then what we're going to want to do is, like, going back to this course, if I want to sell a $1,000 course, that's a pretty big investment for somebody who doesn't know me at all. But if instead of selling the $1,000 course, what if I took one little aspect of that $1,000 course and I sold a $27 product and then upsell later to the course? That might get more people in and in my email list. And once they're in my email list, now I got them and I can market to them until they unsubscribe because they don't want to hear from me anymore. This same method of, like, I've got a big goal in mind, but to get there, I can do a lot of different things. But I could also sell something cheaper in order just to basically get them so that I can upsell them later. So if you think of this, how does this relate to what we're doing? If I have a goal of 10,000 a month, say, now to hit that, that's a big goal for a lot of people. That's a big goal. So instead of going for that directly, let's sell on the cheap to start, and we will get emails of buyers. Then we will sell those buyers more products in the future. And then we'll use something called lifetime customer value, LCV. So So we're taking a longer term approach. Now this means that we could even lose money on the front end with our ads just to get those people onto our email list so that we can sell them more products coming up. Because if somebody is buying a Mother's Day mug to give to their mom, do they have a dad? Do they have a daughter? Do they like funny mugs? Do they like t-shirts? Do they like necklaces? Do they like anything else that we can sell them? Would they like it? So if we get these people on our, they've already bought from us, they're buyers, and we know that. Even if they bought a mug and we discounted it like 50% off just to get the sale. Now we got them on our list. Now we can maybe sell them over their lifetime. How many more items are we going to sell them? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I can tell you that in my business online, I have a lot of repeat buyers because they keep coming back. And because I keep making offers to them, because that's my business. It's training people in how to sell this stuff online. So there's always new methods, there's always new stuff coming. But I have people that will buy a boot camp from me, and they'll buy like one-on-one coaching, and then they'll buy another boot camp, and they'll buy a course. And I'm like, holy crap, they're buying a lot of stuff, but so they must be getting something out of it. So they like me. It's the same with this. If we build a store using the top 10 method, so we bring a bunch of people into our universe, and then we're able to market to them consistently over time, we're going to make a lot of money off these people. And it's not anything shifty. We're providing them with a product that they like. Then they'll come back for more. All we have to do is put more in front of them. So it's easier to sell more products to existing customers than it is to go out and get new customers. And I think this is where the model that we typically use is like impulse buys, one-off deals, and that's it. And then so all that money that we spend on ads, it's got to be profitable right away, or else we're dead, right? We're not going to be able to continue. But instead, if we shift that a little bit and say, okay, even if I make a little bit on the front end, that's awesome. Now I've got them. Now I can show them more products, and I can actually bring the lifetime customer value up to the point where I can run ads for like $10,000 a month, and I know I'm gonna sell $10,000 worth of product a month. But my email marketing and my remarketing, my retargeting is actually going to bring in all the profits. So I can not only send them emails, but I can also remarket them. So I can show them ads for my new products, and I already know they bought from me. So as long as they're a happy customer, the odds are, if they like what they see, they're gonna buy again. So this is more like real business building, instead of just trying to find something hot, something quick hits, quick wins that don't last. Like the model that a lot of us are used to is it's high stress, because if you have a model where you have to be profitable on that front end or else, you're in trouble. Because what if an ad account goes down? What if you aren't hitting winning products in your testing? Like, what's going to happen then? Well, you're not going to be able to spend money forever without bringing any money back in. So that's why I really like this top 10 method, because we're going to attract buyers into our universe. A lot of them aren't going to buy, but a lot of them are. And even if we break even a little, or make a little bit of profit, or even lose a tiny bit on the front end, I'm okay with that, because we're going to show them more stuff, so that eventually that lifetime customer value goes up and we are in the profits. Okay, but I hope that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm thinking for this. That's what I've been doing lately. Just because things are so unstable in the world and with like Facebook and everything. So if you have an ad account go down and you don't have a buyer list, it's going to be very difficult to sell any products, because you have no source of buyers, no source of customers, or new customers coming in. All right, so let's go back to this. Let's finish this one off. So next step is this. And here, the usual, right? So best ever coffee mug, I'll spell that. And then we just put a question: do you have the best mom ever? Awesome. Get her this unique mug that says it all. She will love this. And it's the perfect Mother's Day gift or gift for. I don't know, something like that. Something like that. There we go. And then we're gonna remove the bold. And category, I mean, you can do family if you want. You can do best mom ever. I don't usually do this. Mom mug. You fill that in. Campaign length, just go to 10. So again, this doesn't matter what you put in here. It used to be when it had a countdown timer. That's why you'd want that. And then you need to get a URL. So you can go BMO. Probably taken. Oh no. So I just took the first 3 letters of each one. Best mom ever. BMO web. You can put gibberish in here, it doesn't matter. Now, pricing on this. So I got to increase this one by $2 to get 15 on that too. But like I said, with mugs, the key is having some backup system. And that's your email and your marketing. That's really going to bring in the profit. So even if you break even on the front end, you're going to be profiting on the back end. Okay. Text is buy it now. You leave it as that. Evergreen. Term service. That's cool. Launch. So for now, come on. Let's go. Fire it up. Come on, buddy. There we go. All right. So we got that. Now, I think I have a little bit of time. So you're going to repeat this 10 times. Okay. We do need pixels on this. So that's going to, we're going to have to come back and add the pixel, and we're going to have to come back and add the attachment to the email program. But if we want to look at our product right now, we just go like that. There it is. No, it's glory. Front back. Then they can select the big one if they want it. So that's cool. Good to go. Now, is this on a store? It shouldn't be on a store. All right. Oh, let's go back here. So if you go to my account, then, yeah, and you go to stores, you're going to see all the stores that you can create. So if you see the bottom left, it says GearBubble.com/stores. Now I don't want to go there because I've got about 20 stores in there. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that link. And I'm going to go to another window for 1 second and show you how to create one. There. Okay. So you're going to go, when you go to stores, you're going to have a list of all your stores, and there's going to be a button that says create a new store. And it's just gearbubble.com/stores/new. Okay. That's where you want to go. And then you've got options: standard, store with a banner, store with a slider, standalone store with cart. This is what we want, because we want them to be able to add products to cart so they can buy multiple things. So click next step. And now we need a name, and that's going to be our URL to it. All right, so name our store. What I would do in this case is I would probably go generic, and I would go like a gift shop or something like that. I wouldn't say like top 10 Mother's Day mugs or anything like that. Make it very generic, and just to kind of think of it like a brand that you could build, right? So I don't even know what I'm going to put here. I was going to do this in the next one, but we had a little bit of time. So title, what should we name our store? What do you guys think? Some of these are taken too, so let's call it, betcha that's gone. If this is available, I'll be shocked. Gift ship. The gift ship's available. The gift shop. Do we have a winner? Oh yeah, we got a winner. Well, that's pretty cool. Sweet. All right, so we just made our store. There it is. That's the new tab. So here's our store. This is where we can send people from our banner ad. And you can see there's no products on it. So we're going to actually add one since we have a second here. This is the one we just made. So you want to see how complicated this is? We don't even need a category. Just add to store. Now, this is now on our store. There we go. That's it, boys and girls. Like, that was simple. I can't believe that's available. So cool. So now we have a generic store, because if you think about it, we don't have to dedicate it to Mother's Day. We can run everything through here, and we could create like categories. We can create featured items. We can just have our front page show 10 items only. We can do a lot with this, and we didn't have to pay for anything. So that's very cool. Now, if you have Shopify, I would just create like a top 10 page and put your top items on it, your top 10 on it. If you have like WooCommerce, go do it there. If you have a GB Pro store, it's a little bit different than their free version, but you can still do it too, because you probably have a ton of like affiliate products in there if you bought the auto store program from GearBubble. Shopify gives you the most flexibility, but it also means that you're doing customer service. So with this version that I'm showing you on GearBubble, creating your own store, I'm not doing the customer service. So all these products, look at the URL. That's who's doing it, not me. So I can create a store on here. I can have 10 products listed. So you're going to basically rinse and repeat what we just did in order to get 10 on your store. Then we're going to go back and we're going to do in the next one, we're going to finish it off with what we need to do. So you need to research, create, launch, repeat 10 times. I even put this, I'll go 4. Create a store, 5, add product to the store, repeat 10 times, okay? This is the basis of the whole training today. So this is what you need to do so that you have a store that has 10 items on it. Then what we'll do in the next one is we're gonna go back and tweak them for the tracking. Well, we're gonna add the tracking code from Google to each one, as well as we're gonna set up the email program, and then we're gonna launch a campaign, then we're gonna troubleshoot, then we're gonna scale, then we're gonna do all that good stuff. So there's a lot more coming, but I'm gonna take some questions. If you guys have any, let me go back through. If you don't, we're gonna end it on that note. Art lockdown's fun. That's, you know, it's getting to the point where it's like, shit or get off the pot. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it's out there. I get it. Whatever. You know, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. I don't care what your opinion is. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. My only thing is, like I'm in Canada, but if the government wants to get rid of this thing, either go 100% one way or go 100% the other. Don't do 50-50. So right now, the Ontario government says, oh, we're on lockdown. We have to pull the emergency brake because it's so awful. And this is the third wave is coming and fear, 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 and monger, monger, monger. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't mean to do that, but it's insane. Like they actually run ads on the radio that are fear mongering ads from the government right now. And it's like, really? Because we've been through this for over a year now. And I still, well, actually my daughter had somebody in her class who got COVID. He's fine, by the way. He's 17 years old. He's fine. And he got it because he went to a party with a bunch of other kids in their grade, like 50 of them or something, some bush party, got it and brought it to the school. And now there's 3 cases at the high school. 3 out of like 1,100 students. Anyway, if they want to do something, commit to it. So what politicians do is they say, all right, so we're going to close some businesses, we're going to leave the rest open. And they're doing that because they're just trying to straddle the fence. And they're saying, well, we don't want to piss everybody off completely, so we'll just piss everybody off a little bit. It's just so absurd. Like if you want this to end, figure it out. Like roll out the vaccine, I don't know. I'm going on it right now, but it's super annoying. I don't like it. Either tell us to like lock down. If you're going to tell us to lock down, then why are my kids still going to school? And why is my kid still going to daycare? And why can I go to Costco and meet my family for lunch? if I wanted, but I can't have them over my house. And I can't go to a restaurant, but I can go to a retail store, a big box store is fine. But the little ones, no, you got to shut those down. Restaurants, some you can do, some you can't. Like, it's just absurd. Anyway, somebody's asking, I'm going to stop there because I can go on for hours. What are the GearBubble cutoff dates for Mother's Day? I will find out. I'm not sure, 100%. But like I said, this is like an Evergreen thing too. Can GearBubble do full wrap on the mugs or just two-sided? I believe they do have full wrap in there. Pick Monkey, yeah, that's a good one. That's actually a good one. I'll show that one. Pick Monkey is another option for creating designs. There you go. Free trial. Oh, okay. It's basically any photo editor can do this. But somebody got me into Canva, and I actually liked it a lot. So I've been using that more in Photoshop lately. What is the correct image size format for mug art? 1000 by 1000 pixels is typically what I'll do. And they say 300 DPI, but honestly, most of mine are 72 DPI. With the text, it doesn't matter. It comes out fine. Shouldn't you design in rectangle canvas so image does not get distorted or shrunk when printed? Probably. That's a good point. Yeah, I probably should have done rectangle instead of like, or you know, more portrait instead of landscape. You're right. I should have. Top mug, super slick. Costco was packed. Yeah, Costco was packed yesterday. I know, right? It's just like, okay, if you're gonna lock us down, lock us down. If you're not gonna lock us down, don't lock us down. But don't tell me you're locked down, but you can go here, and that's fine. Or you can go there, and that's fine. And no, you can't see your family. Like here in Ontario, I have a family of 7, and we cannot go to a restaurant and sit together. We would have to sit at 2 tables because there's only 4 people allowed at a table. And I'm like, I live with these people. It's my family. We don't wear masks in our house. We don't do any of that in the house. Like, we'll do it when we have to go somewhere, but that's it. Oh my God. So do you hear that beeping? Stay-at-home order is in effect. Only leave home for essential purposes such as food, healthcare, vaccines, exercise, or work. It's the law. Stay home, save lives. I literally just got a freaking emergency alert on my phone from Ontario.ca. Wow. Yeah, you just got it too. That's awesome. So we are live. You can see we're live. Really, I needed an emergency alert on my phone for that? Oh my God, I'm so worried now. What's going to change? Nothing. I work at home anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. But, you know, my kids are at school. I got 2 in elementary school, 2 at high school right now, and 1 in daycare. But lock me down. Good job, government. Just absurd. Completely absurd. Anyway, I don't know. You guys around the world, I don't know what you're doing, but here in Ontario, it's ridiculous. I know Alberta's even more ridiculous than here. So I'm going to close with that because I can go on and on and on. Oh, I'm in Florida. Schools and shops have never closed. Very little spread in the schools. Kids usually get it at parties and bring it home. Yeah, so, right. So Florida, and do you guys wear masks in Florida? I don't think you do. I don't know. I know Texas said they don't care if you wear a mask or not. Yeah, some do, some don't. Right. And it's like, I'm almost of the opinion of, like, you know what, just go back to normal and let natural selection do its thing and get rid of this thing. Because why not? Like, what are we going to live like this for the next decade? It's just, yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, why don't, here's some homework. Let's start a discussion. Go here. I'm going to do this because it's interesting me. I want your opinion. What do you, this is totally unrelated to anything marketing, but just got an emergency alert on my phone telling me to stay home. That's cool because I already dropped 2 kids off at school and 1 at Take care. Boy, do I feel safe now. What do you think? Let's have a discussion. Let's take it to the forums. See what you guys think. Yeah, you can't hide from virus. It's just, yeah. I agree. Okay, so homework time is rinse and repeat what we just did 10 times, get that store up and running. Next one, we're going to actually launch a campaign, and we got to do some more kind of setup things with the tracking as well as with the email. And then third one, we're going to be doing like the retargeting and the email marketing. So you're getting a whole different kind of thing than you're used to from me in this. And this is a long-term, think of like brand building, and think of, we don't need to get the impulse buy on this stuff. We need more getting the lifetime customer value up. All right, everybody cool? Good. We will talk soon. I'm on the forums every day. Every morning I go in, look at everything. If there's any questions, I answer them. So if you need any help, go in there. If you have any products that you've tested that didn't work and you thought they would, go in and post them. Just take a screenshot of it and post it. Let me know what you did for the campaign. I'll help you out that way. So again, I'm going to issue the challenge. Everybody who's listening to this, so that means you, go to the forums and post one dud and say, what can we do with this? What do you think? Can we make this work? Is this a dud? It's either the design or the targeting or something's off, or it's just the sun, the moon, the stars didn't align. So you could have done everything right and it just couldn't have worked. So anyway, let's do that. You all have a great day. I'm going to go put my mask on now and go outside. Maybe not. All right, everybody have a good day. We'll talk soon. Hey everybody, welcome to the webinar. This is number 2 of 3 and challenge number 19. And today we're going to cover a lot of ground. We're actually going to fire up some ads, some banner ads for our lovely new store. So first, just give me one in the chat box if you can hear me and you can see my store on the screen. You guys are there. We got a bunch of people on here. Everybody good? Got a 1. You guys awake? I know it's early, 10 o'clock. But we're always 10 o'clock in the morning here on a Thursday. All right, cool. And let me know where you guys are located. So I'm in London. It's cold today, rainy, not very nice out. And the forecast is actually calling for snow, of all things. So anyway, let me know where you're at. Oh, there we go. The Hague, the Netherlands. Holy cow. Well, you win the furthest away. Welcome, Anita. Awesome. We got, down the road, Brampton, Vegas, Boston, nice. A couple others trickling in. Okay, so today is all about banner ads. So did you guys launch at least 10 on your store? I hope so. You can see I got like 6 up here. And I even threw some on here that I got a couple sales in the past. And one that I actually have in my cupboard because I forgot to give to my mom last Mother's Day. But I'll give it to her this day. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start ads, and we're going to run these ads to our store. And the ads are going to come from Google Display, and Google Display is banners. So we have to do a couple things. We have to set up some tracking. Then we have to set up the campaign. And then we also have to create some banner ads. So I'm going to show you how to do everything on this call, and then you'll be able to set it up. And then the last call is going to be basically, I'm going to hit the email part hard, as well as troubleshooting. So that's kind of the gist of what we're going to do. So let's go to, I'm just going to open this in another window here, get it ready. I'm going to go to Google. So if you don't have a Google Ads account, which I think everybody here does, but just go to google.com/ads. And then you can sign in from there. I'm just on the other screen for a sec. Too many ad accounts. Let's go load. Come on. And accounts. There we go. I want GearBubble. There it is. Okay, so I'll drag this one over. Put it right there. So here we've got my GearBubble kind of like test account I show in my training. Nothing running in here right now. So we're going to go to campaigns. Now, we do have to do tracking, right? So I think we should start there. So when you go in here, your screen will look something like this, or it could be the overview page. But the basic navigation is you got all campaigns, search, display, video over here. And then once we have campaigns that are active, because this is all enabled, they'll show right here. But within that, there's a secondary menu here that says campaign, ad groups, ads, videos, landing pages, keywords, audiences, demographics, blah, 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 all the way down. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to navigate this. As you use it more and more, you'll get more used to it. And then up on the top right, there's some menus as well. So we've got search, reports, tools and settings, and billing. So we need tools and settings, and then we need conversions first. And within here, there's a couple in here, but you're going to hit the plus sign, and we're going to create a website conversion. And then in here, we're going to go category. For this, we're going to start with purchase. And it's going to be a purchase for the store. Okay. And we're going to use basically the same value for each conversion. Put it in US because my store is in US. Although my ad account isn't Canadian. So we'll call that like 1995. Just call it what the gross revenue is. And then we'll count once, not per click or interaction. Okay, we'll count one. Click through window, 30 days, view through 1, including conversions, yes. Attribution model is last click. So here, there's a couple different options. Some guys do linear, which means last click means the last click they had is the one that they'll count. First click means the first click that they have is the one that gets credit. So first click, last click, linear, time decay, it's all, I just kind of leave it on the default. Makes sense. So let's go, because if you do last click and they click your ad like more than once, it'll count the last one, not the first one. If that makes any sense. So let's create, continue. And then install the tag yourself. Now there's two aspects to the tag, the global site tag and the event snippet. So we need both. So let's take this, copy, and then we're going to go to GearBubble, and we're going to go to one of the products. So I got to put them on all of them, but we'll start with this one. So just open that in a new tab. And what you want to do is highlight or copy the title, and then we'll go to my account, and then we'll search for it right here and hit enter. And now we can go to settings within here, and we'll go to tracking, and then we're going to go here to third party, and we're going to paste that. So I kind of copied over it, but I'll go copy, paste, and then I'm going to go grab, so that's part 1, part 2 is right here. Highlight that, copy, paste, then click update. And up here too, you'll notice they have like this part. So we could do this top part here, just the global site tag. We can also put that up here. This way you're covered on when they land on the page. So I'm just gonna copy this. So I'm just copying the ID, and then watch when I go to the page here, and I go to view page source here, and I do a find. You see that? I only paste it twice. There's my global site tag. So what this allows me to do is create retargeting lists very easily. So if they land on this page, then I can actually create a list in Google of everybody who's landed on this page. And we can create a retargeting list for the whole store too. So it's very cool that way. So if I go back to my store and look at this, and I try and search for the same code, so I do view page source, you'll see there's nothing on it on the store landing page. It's only on the individual product page. So the reason I do that is if I place a pixel on the whole store, it will override everything. So actually that's not a bad idea, but hang on. Let me go here for a sec. Just if you want to track products individually, do it the way I just showed. If you just want one pixel for your whole store, then you can do it by placing it on the whole store account, which is, I'm just loading it up here. Right there. Nope. Come on. Mouse over. Retargeting. Yeah, so now I went into my store and I went to advanced settings, and you can see they do have retargeting here for Facebook and for the Pixel, and Google. So that I could put that code on my main store, but I believe this part will override all my individual tracking. So I don't want to do that at all. I just want to do it the way I just showed you. But you guys will ask that question, like, how do I get it on the whole store too? So we're not going to. We're just going to put it on the individual products, and we'll be building our list based on those. So we have to now rinse and repeat that for the rest of these too. So this one might have one already. Let's go. Yeah, I think this one has one. So again, the process is this. Copy that. Go to here. Oh, go to here. Close that. Let's close out these ones we don't need. I'm going to open GearBubble and we'll search for it. Paste, enter, and then we'll go to settings. So every mug you put up, just repeat this process for it. Then we'll go open that. Now another way to do this is just take this code and put it into a Google Doc so you have it. We'll go third party. Go back here, grab the event snippet. So the first box gets 1. The second box gets 2 pieces of code. We'll click update. Did I update this? No, I didn't. And then you keep going through for all the rest of your products in your store, exactly like that. So I would probably take this and go to either use Notepad or I just do Google Docs and do a new one. Don't need room for. And here I just paste it and then grab the purchase code and just paste that. So now you have your code and you can call it this, Google Ads code for there. Now instead of having to, you could even put this in another window and then you can just copy and paste back and forth for all your products. And anytime you launch a new product, put the tracking in. That way, it'll track your sales. So we kind of need that because we don't want to fly blind. We're not dealing with like Facebook here. Anybody have tracking working on Facebook right now? Because it is so wonky. It's amazing how bad it is. I couldn't, like, my tracking on Facebook is off huge. I'm very, very annoyed with Facebook right now. As you can see, because I keep showing you guys different traffic sources, because I'm trying to get through that, we really have to diversify a lot. Otherwise we'll be screwed. All right, so let's go here. We're going to start the campaign, and there's a couple things to consider. First of all, with the display campaign, we're using banner ads, and banner ads go on everything. They go on websites. They also go on apps on a phone. And I'll tell you that banner ads on apps on a phone don't convert at all, to the point where even banner ads on a phone are like, I've gotten to the point now where in my display campaigns, I won't even bother using mobile at all. I'll just run desktop because I do not want my banners showing in any apps. And there are ways to exclude apps, which I can show you too. But as a general rule of thumb, especially when you're starting with banner ads, go desktop only. Okay, just avoid it because there's so much inventory available on these apps. But if you think about it, if you're everybody's in apps, right, all day long on your phone. And if you're doing something in the app, you're not clicking on a banner to get off it. Plus, it's the text is so tiny on a banner that you can't see it anyway. So why would you bother? So the conversion rate is super low, but inventory is super high. There's a ton of traffic available for the mobile apps. I've never ever had success with it. So I'm going to steer you guys right clear of that. So what we're going to do is go hit the plus sign. We're going to go new campaign. And here we've got a couple options: sales, leads, website traffic, product and brand consideration, brand awareness and reach, app promotion, local store visits. There's a whole bunch of different types. We're just going to create a goal without guidance, okay? Because I want to get access to different bidding on it. When you do this one without guidance, you get access to every bidding type that Google has available. So they have their automated bidding types and their manual bidding types. If you do something like sales or leads, they don't necessarily give you access to the manual bidding. So that's something to know too. And then they've got like search, display, shopping, video, app. So like app installs or promotions, I guess. Smart campaigns, which are actually getting pretty good. Once you have some data on your pixel, they work really well. Local and discovery. So we're going to go display. And here, they want you to do smart display. Don't do it, because smart display means you're just saying, here's my money, go do it. And they'll go figure everything out. But the problem with smart display campaigns right now is they'll include mobile, and that's really not good. So if they're forcing you to include mobile, just make sure that you exclude all the mobile apps from it. But even on smart campaigns, I'm pretty sure you can't exclude anything. They just want to go wherever they want to go. So it's scary, super scary. All right, so let's find our store URL, which is here. And this is what we're going to plug into Google here, your business website. Because that's where we want everybody to go. And so you'll notice I'm sending them to this page. I'm sending them to the main storefront. I'm not sending them to an individual product, okay? Keep that in mind, because when we make our banners aren't going to say like one type of mug, remember? It's going to be for all types of mugs. So in this case, I call my store the gift shop. And right now I have like mum-based mugs on it, but think about it, I can add anything to this. It doesn't matter what the niche is, it doesn't matter anything like that. I can add stuff to it, and then I can create categories on my store. So I could have one dedicated to mums, one dedicated to dads, one daughter, one grandma, one grandpa, one funny mugs, right? And I could just run banner ads to those pages too. So in this case, we're keeping it very simple to get you guys going. We're starting with sending traffic to our store. We're going to build the brand, and then we're also going to get the email, which is the most important part, I would say, because long term, we need those emails in order to market to these people ongoing and get our average order value, customer lifetime value. We want to get that up. So we want to repeatedly send them emails. All right, so let's go back here. So for the name, I always use my number system. Well, I think I'm on like, I'm gonna go 200. So you go 0, 0, 1. I don't know why I do, just habit from Facebook. Then we'll go April. And we'll call this the gift shop. And now country-wise. So let's talk countries. If you go all countries and territories, you're going to get a lot of clicks from places like India, Pakistan, Nigeria, Syria, all those kind of clumped in the Middle East, and the Eastern countries, you're going to get a lot of clicks. I don't know why, but those guys click on everything. Usually they click on it on their phone, but there are like click farms over there too. So we have to be very careful with that, because our budget will go where the inventory is, and the inventory is in those countries because most marketers aren't targeting them. And you got to think too, like in India, they can't even use PayPal. They're not allowed. I believe that's still a rule. So knowing that, we don't want to go with all countries. We want to enter another location, and we'll just go to start, keep it simple. Go like US, and then go Canada, and then United Kingdom, Kingdom. And then I like to go Ireland too, because I've got a lot of sales from there. That's, I mean, people do Australia, they do New Zealand. Honestly, I don't make all that many sales in Australia or New Zealand. So lately I've just been going with kind of these four, and it seems to work best. Now, shipping could be an issue going overseas. So if you're worried about shipping, just stick to, well, you could even just stick to US only if you wanted. Like, if I go like this, it's entirely possible. Maybe we'll do this just to keep it simple for you guys. When we start getting some sales, we'll expand into other countries. But yeah, to start, let's just go US, because we know shipping is not an issue. Because these things come from, they're printed and shipped in the US, so shipping will get there quick. If it goes to the UK or even Canada, sometimes customs will put a duty on it that the buyer has to pay before they'll release it at the border, which is super annoying. And you get a lot of pissed off customers too, because they're like, I didn't know about that. But it's really just the government screwing with everybody. So anyway, go US only. Languages, do English. And then bidding, here's where like we now have access to all the options. So we can do conversions, conversion value, other optimization, viewable impressions, but down here we can do even more. So if we click that, now we got a big list. So we got target CPA, target return on ad spend, maximize clicks, maximize conversions, viewable CPM. And this is the one that I wanted, especially for a display. There can be some instances where your budget is like 20 bucks a day and you'll spend $8 on one click. And it's like, whoa. Now, mind you, that was probably a premium customer that clicked that. That's why Google charged so much. But when we're first starting display campaigns, we want to really throttle that ad spend and spread it out. And we're basically trying to seek out the low-hanging fruit on our ads and our clickers, because we want to get clicks, but we want to get them cheap enough to make them profitable. That's why we're going to do manual CPC. That's why we did no goal on the campaign. And then so Google's smart. So they're like, okay, he's going to do manual. We know he's going to bid low. So let's put this in here, help increase conversions with enhanced CPC. If you look at it, well, here's the technical thing. It can help you get more conversions for manual bidding. It works by raising your max CPC bids for clicks that seem more likely to lead to conversions and lowering your max CPC for clicks that seem less likely to convert. That second part, I don't think they ever do it. This feature could help increase conversions and get more value from your budget. Maybe, but no thank you. Like, it's basically saying, we know you're going to bid low, so we want to be able to bump it up on you to charge you more for bid, because, you know, they're a business too, right? And then, of course, they give you this yellow box warning saying, oh, you're going to have lower performance, use smart bidding, blah, blah, blah. Of course they want to control it, because that's their business, right? So we're not going to let them. Now, you can start at $5 a day, you can start at 10, you can start at 20, whatever you want to do. I'm going to start at 10 just to keep it small, because this is a US only campaign with a couple banners that are going to show on a bunch of websites around the US, which is good. So I'm going to go with 10 just to get it going. Now we do need to click on this additional settings, because under here we've got a couple different things. So ad rotation, we'll let them optimize. I mean, we could do manual, do not optimize, but if do not optimize is selected, they will rotate ads for you, and it's a little bit more even. However, they are pretty smart. We'll let them optimize the best performing ads, that's fine. Schedule wise, this is something that I've noticed a lot too. If we go all day, we will see that we get a lot of junk clicks like late at night. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go all day, but I'm going to go from here. I'm basically going to cut out like the wee hours of the morning. So I'm going to go about 7 o'clock to not even midnight, but I'll go till about 11. That's when I'm going to schedule my ads to run. So I'm cutting out from 11 to like 6:59 in the morning. That's the overnight stuff that I find like never converts at all. So with the ad schedule, usually I don't do it. I'll leave it running wide open. I've just been noticing more and more, especially with Google ads, that the schedule does matter and it works. So that's cool. Start and end dates, we're going to start it here. We're not going to set an end date, but here on all devices, this is where we have to click it, because we want to set specific targeting for devices Within here, they automatically put you on computers, phones, and tablets. So what we want to do, remember, I don't want mobile phones. Targeting computers isn't compatible with advanced mobile and tablet targeting options. Okay, I didn't think I had that, but it should take it, I hope. To simplify device targeting, app interstitial and web targeting have been combined under new options. Mobile phones, tablets. Okay, I think it will take it fine, but we'll see in a second. That's a new warning. I haven't seen that one. Campaign URL, don't need it. Dynamic, don't need it. But here we do need it. Under conversions, we want to go choose, and then we want to select. And this is where in your search, just type in, I'll put in like gift shop. So this is how I want to optimize for my purchase on the gift shop. I'll click save. And that way, when I'm looking at my columns too, in my actual campaign, it'll be reporting purchases from here, from this pixel event, which we already placed. Well, I placed on 2 of the 6, gotta go back and do the rest, but that's how you place it. So that's where you tie your campaign in with your products, right there. Content exclusions, typically people will do, well, like tragedy and conflict, maybe they don't want that. I don't really care. I kind of leave this wide open because that doesn't matter to me. And actually that's more, no, that is website and videos, but we're going to leave that wide open. Ad group name, here's where we're just going to put in banners. That's all it is. Now targeting, there's a couple different things we can do here. We could go by audience, we're not going to. We could go by demographics, we're not going to. Well, might want to chop something off here. So well, no, it's a mug one. You know what, I'm gonna leave it wide open for now, but what I have found is under household income, like the lower 50% does get a lot of the traffic. So actually, let's just chop that off. It'll increase our CPM rate a little bit, but in chopping that off, I think we have a better chance at getting some sales. So you're probably wondering, like, how do they know the household income? Well, in order to, well, they have more data on us than Facebook does. And what these companies do is they get your name, email, address, they know who you are, like Google knows who you are based on your browser history, your cookies. If you've ever bought anything online, they know. And then credit card companies will sell data to companies like Facebook and Google, who will then match up your purchases to your name. So they know what you bought, and they know if you're a buyer, and they know where you bought it, they know what you bought, they know all that stuff. They also can get a feel for your income. I don't know if they actually know I know the government won't release it, but I don't know if they have some little algorithm they use to determine it, but maybe, who knows how they do it, but they do it. So they know your gender, they know your age, they know your parental status. So unless you've used a browser your whole life where you've blocked cookies, they know who you are, and they know exactly, they know everything about you. So we're gonna run this wide open to start, but when we look at the data later, except lower 50, we can start excluding things from our demographics. Content targeting, this is where you can target keywords, topics, or placements, but we're kind of going to let them go out. It's only on desktop computers that they're going to be showing the banner ads. So to start, we're going to let them go out and find all the websites to put the banner ads on. And then later we can go in and look at where our ads showed, and then we can start excluding placements. So say CNN gets like a whole bunch of clicks, but they're just not converting. Well, later when we troubleshoot, we can go into our campaign and look at the list. And then we can say, all right, well, don't show it on CNN anymore because they're just not converting, right? We can do that very easily. Targeting expansion, we don't really care because we don't really have any targeting except for, this is a wide open campaign, so it doesn't matter. Now, here's the important part, the ad group bid. When we set this is our maximum cost per click for an ad. So if we don't set this, if we went with the automated bidding methods that they push you towards, you will overspend, and you'll spend like $3, $4, $5 a click, and it's just nuts. Like how much you can spend, or how much they'll charge you for a click, can get really crazy. That's why I think a lot of people make a lot of mistakes with that when they start out. They go with the automated stuff because it looks very appealing, but it just doesn't work. So I'm going to go with something reasonable. I'm going to start with like 76 cents as a cost per click. Now, that doesn't mean that's what I'm going to pay. That's just a good number to actually get some traffic and get some clicks. If I want to get more, then I can raise it up. And in fact, in the troubleshooting, I'll show you what to do when you're not getting any impressions. It means your bid's too low. So we basically have to raise it. Now we're at the ad part. So we've got a couple here. We've got, they want us to do responsive, which means that they will basically build your ads for you. So you're going to upload a bunch of images, videos, logos, headlines. They'll mix and match and they'll find the best one. This does actually work. You do need 2 or more high quality images. They want 1 square, 1 landscape required. But I'm going to show you this because I'm old school. I'm going to go to upload. So here's where I can actually upload my ads. So you're like, well, I don't have any ads. I don't have any banners. Okay, well, we're going to get to that in a second. So if you want to see what size, you click on this. These are all the sizes that we can do, and I'm going to show you the main ones that we're going to cover, which are going to be, actually, where'd my Snagit program? Somebody restarted my computer. I'll just open up Snagit. So what I would do is take a screen cap of that. Just put that on your other monitor. So you can see I got it right there. I just have that open on my other monitor so I can see all the sizes. Because now I'm going to go make some. So the main ones I'm going to make is this 468 by 60, 728 by 90, and then 300 by, I don't really need the mobile, 300, there it is. So I make 3 main types, 300 by 250, 468 by 60, and 728 by 90. So you've got options now. You can get them made, and they're just going to be ads that are pointing to your store. So to do so, go here, and you can go to here. A good option is Fiverr, super easy, and you go banner ads. There's a bunch of guys that'll do this for peanuts. So it might be a good idea for you to do some, and they'll give you a whole bunch, right? And we can use every type that they give. So immediately this stood out to me. So that's like $5 US, 657 Canadian. So I'll design creative banner ads for Google. I'll create banner ads, display ads, FB banner, web header, FB cover, $6, 657, which is $5 US. So there's a ton of these that you can get them to make. If you're not a designer, you don't want to do it, go buy them. Okay. Second way is there are banner companies. I used to use one. Let's see if their ad still comes up. It was called Banner Mall. I use them for a lot. I don't even know if they're open anymore. Banner Flow. Let's see if their website's still here. Oh, they are. Okay. Well, they changed the website quite a bit. All right. So anyway, you can order them here too. And these guys are they're pros. They do this. That's all they do is banner ads. So under pricing, I think they're a lot more expensive. Yeah. So you got your Google Ads pack, $289, but you get all these ads. So you get a ton of ads done by pros. They're really good. You can even get the GIF ones, which are like animated ads, which you can use with Google Display too. So this is a company. I don't know if I'd jump in here right away on on this if you don't want to spend like $289 for a big pack, although you'll get a ton of ads. You can use companies like this, okay? They're really good. And Banners Mall is one that I've used in the past. I think I bought this pack. I had a whole bunch of ads that I can run. And actually, I might buy them again because I have an idea for something. Anyway, that's option 2. Option 3 is this little baby, Photopea, which is basically Photoshop online for free. So it looks identical. It functions identical. They can use PSD files. They can use all types of files. I don't know how they got away with this because to me, this looks like they just totally ripped off Photoshop. So I have a copy of Photoshop, that's what I use, but you can use this and you can make your banners here. You can also, you can buy templates as well. I think it was this one. And you can edit them. So we'll go here. It was, yeah, hold on. Banner. I think there was a bunch in here. I think I'm on the wrong site. It was graphics, or it's on the wrong site. We'll go here. You can buy banners like bundles, and you can edit them. So you can edit them in Photopea, or you can edit them in Photoshop, and they're dirt cheap, and you get a whole bunch of them. So if you don't want to, like, to me, I mean, why bother when you can just go to Fiverr and you can pay the same price? But at least you own these and you can edit them to change for whatever holiday you're on. 50 YouTube multi-purpose thumbnail and covers. Well, that's not banners, but they do have a ton, and it works very well. And then where I'm going to go and show you today is starting to be, honestly, my favorite, which is this, Canva. Starting to really like it because it's super easy. So if I want to do a banner, I type this in, banner, and look at all the banners. These are like ads that I can edit right online. And then I can also, once I find one I like, I can change the size and I can make a bunch of them super quick, and it works very, very well. So if I go, if you see any I like, or wait, let's go, those are banners. Let's go like this. Type in leaderboard, and there's leaderboard ad. There you go. Now we got all these guys that we can just edit very easily. So if it is the gift shop, let's go with this. These colors are super ugly to me, but they might stand out on a website. And then now we're into the editor. So here I could go. Need a gift for mom. And then I can do this. Check out it's literally that easy. So this one is 728 by 90. So I'm going to save this to a folder. So I'll go File, Create New Folder. Oh, where is it? Save to a folder, and I'll just create a new one, and I'll call it Gift Shop Mom Banners. And I'll just add that to a folder, and now I can download it. And that's all I did was just change out the text. And notice I didn't put anything else. So one thing I might want to put here that I found, if you're having trouble getting these approved, then what you want to do is this little trick. Copy your URL and put it on the banner. So if I go text, then I'll just go that, then I'll go paste. Then I'll just move this over here. So if you're having trouble getting banners approved, sometimes it's because you don't have, like, I don't know what they do, but they have bots that read all these banners and they try and look at what it does. And I think that, well, I read it somewhere and I actually tried it and it worked. If you put the URL on the banner, then the bot can read the URL. And if the URL matches where it clicks to, then it'll be approved easier versus if you don't have it. So this is optional to put the URL on there, but I've been finding that it works. So it's just kind of like full transparency for the clicker, and Google likes that because you're not tricking anybody. So now we're going to download this. I'm going to save it as PNG. Actually, I might save it as a JPEG. Yeah, I'm going to save it as a JPEG. I believe I can take, you can do a GIF, JPEG, or PNG. I'll do PNG, who cares? Download, so it'll go down here in my browser. X, so that's right there. So I'm going to show that in a folder over here. I'll just have that open here. Downloads, okay. So, all right, so now I want to do, that one is 728 by 60. So I'm going to do a resize, and I'm going to click this, and I'm going to make it 468 by 60, and I'll do a copy and resize. So it'll open up a new one, but now this one is 468 by 60. So then I can go File, Save to Folder, and I'll save it to this. So now I have two banners in there. I'll download this one. Download. I don't know why it keeps popping this up. Want feedback on your design. Share it with the design circle. Okay. Care about that. Somebody's about to ring the doorbell. Oh man, sorry about the dog. She, delivery people are super annoying. Well, not annoying, but when they show up on a webinar. Oh, that's UPS guy. He's a good guy. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. No, I'm still live. All right, now let's change this one. Let's go resize. So click it, and then we'll go 300 by 250, and we'll do copy and resize. Now this one's going to look weird. So this is 300 by 250. So now I'm just going to kind of click on these things. And when you hold shift down, you get them all. And then you can make it bigger. Just make it look better. And same with these items. Oh, can I get them? Oh, those are tiny. And then this, I'll just kind of go like that. These are square, so they're a little bit different. And go like that. And then I'll try and grab this little one. I'll put him down here because he doesn't matter. Then I'll go this guy. No, I'll just make it smaller. Maybe pull it up here more. So you can see how easy it is to really do this. So I had to rearrange that a little bit, and I went 300 by 250. I hope I did anyway. So I'm going to download that one. And now if we pull over our little page here, you can see, so I've got 300 by 250, I've got 468 by 60, I've got 728 by 90. Maybe I want to do a 970 by 90 large leaderboard, because I've seen that a lot on websites lately. So let's do 970. So let's go File, Save to Folder, Gift Shop, Save. Now I'm going to go back to my first one, which is already open here, right here. Now I'm going to resize this to, what do I say? The large leaderboard is 970 by 90. Okay. Copy and resize. There. And then I'm just going to download that. Should I change anything? No, I'll just leave it like that. That's fine. But I will save this one. Excuse me. Save to folder, so that I can edit these later. If I go to my folder, where's my folder? Say I go here, and then I go to, I think it's under projects. All your designs. There we go. So I've got them all easily available. Not sure why that's blurry. It's not blurry when I upload it. But so we create that batch. And then what I would do, now I'm not going to do it today, but what I would do is I would actually create another batch with the same dimensions. And I would just change out the design style. So we use this one, so I might pick like another one. Say, I don't know, doesn't matter what. This one. And I'd repeat that process, and I make 4 more banners of the same size. That way when I go to load them into my campaign, I've got 8 banners in there instead of just 4 of the same design. because one design might outperform the other design, and we want to have a split test of each size. Okay, so just for time's sake, I'm kind of going to leave that, but I do suggest going back through what I just did and just use a different template. So just edit the second template and do the same thing. Okay, let's go back here. So now, that's where we took our screenshot. We do choose files to upload. You go here. Oh yeah, tax time. One time. Love tax time. Nothing like handing the government a gigantic chunk of money every year. So I'll just select all four. I'll go open. There we go. So I got they put the size there. So 970, that's my, what they call it, large leaderboard. 300 by 250. And then 468 by 60. And then 728 by 90. Now these all have the same name, but it's really the dimensions that matter. I'm going to add them to the ad group. And then basically, I'm going to click create campaign. But before I do, see this part? Need help? Call for free ad setup help at this 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday. They actually want your business. So if you're stuck, if there's some weird thing coming up and you don't know how to do it, I mean, I'll help you for sure, but they will help you as well. This isn't Facebook that we're dealing with, who doesn't give a crap about you or your business or your ad campaigns. They actually care. They actually want you to be able to run stuff on them. And because I don't know, I think Google learned their lesson when Facebook came around and took all their, well, took a lot of the revenue, not all of it, but I think they learned their lesson that you have to treat customers like people, whereas Facebook has not learned that yet. And I really hope Facebook does get a huge smack in the head for how they mistreat their advertisers. But anyway, create campaign. Now, if there's no errors, we'll get to this screen, which is good. So we can review. We got a US campaign, English, no goal, right? Standard, $10 a day, manual CPC. Here's the ads. So you should have 8 in here, and it's just better to have more. And even if you wanted to get really, really good, do like 12. So repeat the process like twice instead of once. So continue to campaign. Now we'll see that I'll go back to all campaigns, and then I'll go campaigns. So this is kind of the starting point. This is our main screen, and on here we can see the budget, the status, the type, the impressions, interactions, interaction rate, costs, conversions, cost per conversion, conversion rate, clicks, average cost per click. I set up these columns, okay? And the way that you do it is under columns and modify. And in here, you can rearrange all your columns. And up here, if you click this search thing, say your clicks aren't showing, you just type in clicks, then you click it, and then it's got all the different types. And when you click them, I already have it added, but it'll show over here, and then you can just drag and drop to wherever you want. Okay, so you want your columns to kind of look like mine, because actually mine are a little mixed up too. But this conversion column is the one that is going to track the purchases. And then the cost per conversion is going to tell us how much it costs to get a mug sale. And then the conversion rate, and then the clicks, the average cost per click. That's the important stuff. Notice I don't have like CTR in here because I don't really care. If the CTR is low and I'm profitable, I'm happy. If the CTR is high and I'm profitable, I'm happy. I don't really care. Like, if you're trying to make decisions, make them based on what you spent. So we'll give each banner like a little bit of spend, and Google will actually optimize for the best one anyway. But our decisions have to be based on money in versus money out. So all the other stuff is kind of like white noise. We want to be profitable. We want to at least break even. If we lose a bit, then our email marketing had better be picking up the slack, which is where we're going to know next in the next training. I'm going to show you all about the email marketing, and I'm going to focus on it quite a bit because I never really have for you guys. So I'm going to show you a lot about that. Anyway, navigation wise, so if we click on this, we'll go into the ad group, and within here, here's our default max cost per click. So if you come in, say 48 hours later, 24 hours later, and you're noticing that your impressions are 0, and what you're going to want to, what you're going to want to do is click this edit thing, and you're going to want to increase your bid. I go up by like 10 cents, so go to 86 cents instead of 76. Then let it sit for a bit, because when you make a change, it's about 3 hours for it to hit their servers and actually propagate. So it's not instant. nothing in AdWords is instant. Even their reporting is delayed, big time. So when you get a conversion, you'll get an email, right, from GearBubble. You'll see it in your GearBubble account, but you won't see it for a couple hours in your Google Ads account. So don't panic. It doesn't mean it didn't work. It just means that they haven't updated yet. That's one thing that bugs me about them, because they don't update in real time. Well, nobody updates in real time, but they're super slow on their reporting. I've seen it take like 12, 18 hours before it actually report, which makes running rules on Google Ads a little bit difficult because their reporting is so slow that you'd have to run rules like once a day, which we can show that in troubleshooting. But we're with really low budgets right now, so we're just going to kind of let it run. I'll show you more on troubleshooting and managing in the next one. And in here too, remember I said your placements, so we could see like where the ads showed. So you click placements, and then it's here where ads showed, or here, see where your ads appeared. It'll show you where it actually showed. So that's where you can start making some management decisions, optimization decisions to see. The third thing is this, ads and extensions. So I'm in this campaign. Here's my ads, but notice under status, they're pending. So it will say most ads are reviewed within 1 business day. Some can take longer if the ad requires a more complex review. The review process starts over each time you edit your ad. Learn more about blah, blah, blah. Now, if you launch on a weekend, they don't review ads on the weekend. So if you launch on Saturday or Sunday, it's a day, it's going to be like Tuesday, probably, before your ads actually get approved. Sometimes in some accounts that I have, the review process is a couple minutes because they've got me on some automated approval thing. If it's a new account, it's going to take a bit longer to get reviewed. So if you come in here in like 12 hours and you don't have any traffic, 24 hours you don't have any traffic, go to your ads and extensions, look at them, and look at the status column. And if it says pending like this, that's why you don't have traffic, because they're still reviewing it. And it can take, like they say, up to a business day, at least they're honest. And then they'll approve it, and then it will run. And then we'll start getting traffic, and then we'll start getting people to our store, and then we'll start making sales, and then we can expand our campaigns, and then we can plug in that email marketing, and then holy cow, all of a sudden we got a real business. That doesn't even rely 100% on these ads. Wouldn't that be nice, right? That's what we're doing. So we're kind of, the whole thing is based on like building out the store, marketing the store, and getting their emails. We're going to have a buyer's list of emails. Those are the most valuable, that's the most valuable email list possible. It's people who bought something from you. So it's always easier to sell somebody another product if they've already bought from you versus cold traffic where they never bought from you, don't know you, don't trust you, don't know anything about you. So I think if there was ever a missing piece, it's the email marketing, and nobody really talks about it. And I know for a fact that 99% of print-on-demand marketers don't use it. So we're going to show you how to hook all that up with GearBubble. They make it super easy. And then we're going to show you actually a sequence that we can use too. And then we'll talk about the sales stuff too. So I have guys that I coach one-on-one that even if their ad campaigns aren't working, their email campaigns always produce. If you think about it too, you're not paying for the email traffic anymore. So you can put a lot of discounts on it and drop down, like it looks really good, right? And so like 20% off for the next 24 hours. You can run pop-up sales like that, make a good amount of money because you're not spending anything on ads. So email is the key, and that's what we're going to get into. I dedicated basically the whole next training to the email side of it. So we'll hook everything up to the email system. I'll show you step by step over the shoulder. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If not, we'll see you in the forums. But your job now, your homework, to recap, you're going to set up your conversion. You're going to apply your conversion to each product. You're going to set up your campaign. You're going to create your banners. You're going to upload your banners. Then you're going to start your campaign. That's where you're at right now. Okay, so go complete that. If you want to do a campaign for each country, you can. You could run one for US, one for Canada, one for UK, whatever country you want. You can do that. That's no problem at all. But for now, I mean, just probably start slow until you get used to it. You got to walk before you run. You got to run before you sprint. So we'll start off slow. Question coming in. With Google Ads, do you have any preference on any of the various options, search, display, shopping, YouTube, etc.? Not really. These, are you talking, hang on, I'm trying to find it. We will have banners that show on YouTube too. I'm having a brain fart. It's not devices, but our devices are set. They won't show on TV screens, but just in case. To start, I don't really care where they show because I'm only on desktop. Don't you use Facebook ads anymore? I do. I don't like them. Tracking's so crappy. The tracking stuff really annoys me. It's like flying blind. So all those rules and everything, automated rules for Facebook, are based on tracking. And it's very difficult to scale when the tracking is not accurate because your rules are kicking in when they shouldn't, and it's killing off good ads, good ad sets. So I'm trying to shift away as much as I can from Facebook. I'm fed up with them, and mainly because they, like, all the rules that I have are based on them accurately reporting the tracking, and when they don't do that, it's really annoying. So I don't know, and plus I don't know, there's not very many guys out there right now that are running Facebook ads profitably. So if they're trying to tell you that, they're probably trying to sell you something, because it's not true. It's not true at all. And you'll see big screenshots, of course, in groups all the time. I know, but they're never transparent. They never give you everything. They just give you the good stuff. They don't give you the bad stuff, or the fact that I actually lost money on the gigantic campaign they ran. But they ran it to get the good screenshot that they could show you. So anyway, I use them, but I'm very, very annoyed with the lack of tracking, mainly. Like, if their tracking worked, fine, but since it's a little wonky, it's really upsetting. All right, I'm gonna close with that. So you guys have the ability now to go create your campaigns on the Google Display Network, and then we're gonna run banner ads. And like I said, oh, maybe one last thing I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you this. So let's say, I don't want to confuse you. Well, it's not that hard. I don't know if I should show you this. No, I'm going to leave it. So if you guys want to know how to exclude all the apps, there is a way, but we're not going to need to exclude mobile apps because we're a desktop campaign 100%. I'm going to leave it at that just so I don't confuse you guys, but we'll go through some troubleshooting optimization, but the main focus is going to be the email side because we really, really, really need that in order to scale quite a bit. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate your time. I will post a replay in the group either like later today. It takes a bit to render on GoToWebinar, and then it's got to render on YouTube, and then we'll go from there. If you have any questions, post them. And again, I'm going to say it after everyone. If you have a bad campaign, if you're having a bad string, if you're having no luck, post it in the group. Go to general discussion, take some screenshots of the product you tried. Let me know what type of campaign you ran. Let me know the settings you had, and let's troubleshoot. Let's try and figure out if there's anything sticking out that maybe could be improved to help you get some sales. Just if you guys ask for help, I'm more than willing to provide it. So there is, I think there's like one person after the last one who did it. Awesome. I'd like to see more though. So I'd like to see a lot more campaigns. And if it's a throwaway campaign anyway, who cares? Like, if somebody copies one that didn't work, what does that matter? It doesn't matter, right? So the best way to learn, in my mind, is take action, hit a couple of bumps in the road, have some issues, we solve them, then that's how you learn. So it's like Jerry Maguire, like, help me help you, right? let me help you. So I'm begging you, let me help you. Like, that's why you're here. So let's do that. So post the campaign that didn't work, post the details as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. Then we can go through and just have a look and make sure everything's set up right. Make sure you're doing things right, you're targeting things right, your designs are right. There's a lot of areas where mistakes are made, and Sometimes it's just a small thing, sometimes it's a major thing, but we don't know until we do it. All right, I'm going to close with that. You guys have a great day, and we will see you soon. I'll talk to you on the forums. Thank you. Hey everybody, welcome to webinar number 3. In this one, this is challenge number 19, and we are going to kind of wrap things up here a little bit and give you a bunch of homework to do. So we're going to cover 3 things. Number 1 is troubleshooting, managing the account, kind of scaling it. Number 2 is actually connecting your store to an email program. I'm going to show you MailChimp in this case, and then we're going to actually set up a bunch of emails too. And we'll talk about how often to email, what to email, all that good stuff. And then I have a little bonus that I'm going to get to if I have time. If not, I might have to do like a full-on bonus webinar. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, stick around. This is going to be good. Just give me a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me and see my screen. You should see a MailChimp account. This is not for my store, but this is for my PPC Coach one. So give me a 1 there. Everybody good? Good, good. Awesome. Good. All right. So let's go into first things first. Let's go into the campaign. Yeah, the Google Ads campaign. Let's go in here. Sign in. Here. Got to cover up a couple accounts. Got to find the right one. I'm just on another screen. For 1 second, then I'll drag it back over. Oh. Okay. So here we are in the so let's go to campaigns here. And so I've got $10 a day, 54,000 impression, 106 clicks. Average cost is 34 cents. Cost is $36 so far. Haven't got a conversion, but that's okay. Clicks 106, manual cost per click. And so first things first, what I've done in this is, if we go to the ad group level, you'll see my bid is currently at 21 cents. Because what I want to do, I came out at 76 cents on day 1, and you'll actually see that I spent like all my budgets. If I go today, when did we launch that? Last week, I think. Let's just look at the 15th. No, 16th. Okay, so the 16th, I had my bid at 76 cents, not 21. And you can see I spent like 2 times my budget. And my average cost per click was basically 65 cents. So I was paying way too much and they overspent. That's what they'll do. I just did that to give it a big bump to get it going. And then on the 17th I came in, I lowered my bid dramatically. And you can see I spent $8.90. Actually, I probably should have left it there. Damn. I had an average cost of 24 cents. I lowered my bid. The 18th, I think I lowered it even more. And I don't know, oh, that's 17 and 18. 18th, I went down. Yeah, I lowered it too far, so I didn't get any traffic. So I knew I went too far. And then the 19th, I think I left it there because I forgot. 20th, I'm just looking at the spend. Yeah, spend super low. I think I was at 11 cents, and I was getting a trickle of traffic, but not much. And then it just died off there, 2 clicks at 21 cents. And then today. So I'm thinking that so far today I'm at 39 cents spent. On 2 clicks, I'm at 19 cents. So what I'm going to do is bump this up to 31. I'm still trying to find the right one where I'm getting low costs and spending my daily budget and getting like not overspending the budget. So whatever budget you set on your campaign, Google will basically spend 2 times your budget. That's what you're allowing them to do. So if I set it at 10, they're allowed to spend 2 times. If I set it at 10 and they spend 100, I got now I'm getting like $80 in free clicks because they're allowed to spend 2 times my daily budget, which is weird, but that's the way they've always done it. But you can end up getting free clicks. And I found this a lot with YouTube ads. If you overbid, they'll go out and they'll give you a huge like fire hose of traffic. And I had one campaign where I think it was set at $100 a day and it spent 1,000. And so I was like, oh crap, what do I do? What do I do? And then I found out that, they have this thing called free clicks. So I basically got $800 in free clicks. It's maybe there's a loophole there that we can figure out a way to take advantage of. But anyway, let's go into the placements now, because we really don't have any targeting on this. Well, let's start with demographics. So when we're optimizing a campaign, we want to look at the all-time numbers. So I'll go to custom, I'll go to all-time. And what I want to look at is kind of where my money is being spent. So if I sort by average or the cost here, you'll see that $20.83 got me basically 62 clicks of that 106 total, and that was unknown. I don't know how old they are. So that may or may not be a good thing. Maybe they have tracking turned off, like cookies turned off on the browser. That might be something to look at. The second one is 65 plus. I had 20 clicks for an average cost of 44 cents for 8.77. So this 65 plus, I'm thinking that I should probably be blocking off these two, unknown and 65 plus, but let's look at the other ones too. So 35 to 44, I only spent $2, and I only spent $1.56 here on 18 to 24, $1.32 on 25 to 34, 96 cents on 55 to 64, 57 cents on 45 to 54. So what I'm thinking is, like, if I go to my store, these are all Mother's Day mugs, right? So why are people 65 plus clicking on a Mother's Day mug? So I know, I'll just use my mom as an example. She's 68. My grandma passed away about 5 years ago when she was 90. So these older people, the odds of them even having a mom at this point, and I mean, it's just a reality of life, they don't. So I got to get rid of that. And I'm wondering if the unknown is taking in a lot of the older folks too. So what I want to do when I'm looking at this, it's run for a week now, right? So I can go in and I can exclude this. I don't want unknown. I want to know their age. I don't want 65 plus, because I don't think for this particular case, the odds of them having their mom still alive are pretty slim. Honestly, it's awful to say, but that's the way it goes. The other thing is, now that I've eliminated that, look at this. I've only spent $2.01 on 35 to 44, $1.56 on 18 and 24, $1.32 on 25 to 34, 96 cents on 55 to 64, 57 cents on 45 to 54. So what the heck? Like, I haven't spent anything except the bulk of my money has gone to unknown, which I have no control over, and I don't really like that, so I'll just eliminate them. And older folks, which I don't really like. So I would even say here at 55 to 64, I'm probably gonna eliminate that too. Well, I should probably give them a little bit more time. I think I'll just eliminate those two for now. And now my budget is going to be forced to these other age groups. And my thoughts are, from selling a lot of necklaces and things like that, that 18 to 24 doesn't buy. 25 to 34 will buy, 35 to 44 will buy, and 45 to 54 will buy. But this, I'm actually going to just exclude them, just based on my past findings. And this, I'm going to exclude them. So what I'm going to run now is basically 25 to 54. Okay, so that's on my ages. So now my budget, I've just eliminated 4 categories. So my budget will only go to these 3. So you could look at this campaign on the surface and say, Will, you spent like 36 bucks and you didn't get a sale. Well, look at my numbers now. Let's dive deep and let's see where my budget's going and maybe why I'm not getting a sale. So in this case, I would say the reasoning from strictly an age point of view is Google went and showed my ads to older people, and older people who may not even have a mom. So why the heck would they? I don't know why they're clicking my ad, but they're clicking the banners, right? So anyway, go, if you're with me, if you're doing the same thing, 25 to 54 is where we want to be. Okay, and I know that, I knew that ahead of time, but I wanted to show you guys the thought process. So let's go to gender now. Check this out. So this is pretty evenly spread. So if you look at females, we've got $12.36 spent on 34 clicks. Males, we've got 33 clicks, and we've got $12.02 spent. And then unknown, we've got 39 clicks. So Again, on the unknown, I'm going to remove that just because I like to have a little bit more control. So I can't really tell which one is which here. They're spreading it pretty evenly, but mind you, this is skewed to the much older demographic at this point of the campaign too. So keep that in mind. So if I go to parental status now look at this, and I'm looking at not a parent. We've spent $7.59 for 22 clicks. Parents, we spent $3.75 for 14 clicks, but here's the unknown again. So I don't know what they are, 70 clicks, 24.67. So you know what? I'm going to eliminate that too because I want to know if they're a parent or if they're not a parent. If they're, I don't know which one would buy a Mother's Day thing more, like kids that don't have any kids or kids that have kids. I would almost think, I don't know, because I have a bunch of kids, so I don't know what the thought process is for someone who's older who doesn't have any kids. I don't know what that is. I know those people are out there. That's all cool. I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just saying I don't know what their thoughts are. I know me as a parent with kids that I'll buy my mom a Mother's Day gift. In fact, I do every year. So I don't know if like older kids that don't have any kids, what they're thinking or doing or what. So I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to eliminate that though. Now let's go to household income. We already knocked off the lower 50%. And the reason I did that is I know my budget would go here and look what it did. So if I go to unknown, I've spent $28.26, basically almost, I would say, what's that? 85, 90% of my budget went to unknown. So what I should have done is excluded that because I want to see the breakdown. And then you can see how little has been spent when they actually know what type of household income they have. So make that one little change, get rid of the unknown. Combinations and exclusions, we don't have anything to do here. But now let's go to placements. And so when you go load up placements, you don't see anything. The placements are the actual websites. So we have to click this, see where your ads showed. And in here, we're going to see the actual websites. And if we sort by cost, we can see which site is spending the most money. And so we got Zen, Herald, I don't even know what this is. So you can click it. See that? I don't even know what this is. No clue. A newspaper? Possibly. Looks like an online newspaper. Anyway, this will give you, at the top level, it will give you the websites where your banners showed. There's CNN. Oh, 29 impressions, one click. But if you click this little checkbox and then select all and then go view details, you'll actually see the pages. This might take a second, but in here, now I can see my clicks are spread out like big time. There's one that got 2 clicks. But you can see all these websites are getting clicks. And what I want to do is come in here and I want to look for any placement or anything that's spending like a ton of money without getting anything. So you can see the most I've spent on any particular page is 76 cents. So let's go here and look at this one. What is this? So this is a page where my banner showed. Grizz quiz. Show your knowledge is a real thing. Get 100 on this slogans page. So I had somebody taking this. I guess they're doing a quiz. Move that. Grizz quiz premium. Wow, people actually will pay to remove ads on a quiz site. That's amazing. Interesting. So my ad showed here anyway. And there's one for like a t-shirt. There's one for gift ideas for every mom from Crycut. So Crycut is actually, I'm gonna open this. Crycut is that little vinyl cutter thing. And a lot of craft people do use this. Actually, I bought the wife one of these Crycut things. 30 plus DIY mother gift ideas for every kind of mom. There you go. So they're just sending them to a little blog post. And I imagine somewhere in here, I'm going to try and sell something. There are plenty of ways to be a mother. I love you. Just put it into words. with one of CryCut's easy pre-made cards. Okay, so when I click that, do I go to a shop? Well, I go right to the CryCut space or website. Design for Windows. Okay, so CryCut is actually smart. They started a blog, and what they did is they're sending traffic from Google Display to the blog. And then within each blog post, I imagine they have a link that's going to here so that you can design space for Windows, open. They want me to download something? Desktop app. Okay, well, I don't want that. But anyway, that's a neat way to do it. So when you go through here, you can see a lot. Like, let's go here. Oh, obituaries. That's not fun. So So my banners are showing here on this page. Really an obituary page is running banners? I guess it's business. And then this one, unbelievable drone photos. Oh, that's cool. So I'm showing up here too, betterb.co. Oh, that's the Silverdome. Wow, that's in Detroit. It's amazing. That used to be like such a hot spot. Now it's abandoned. Crazy. All right, but anyway, the point is you can see exactly where your stuff is showing. And if you do have something in here that is, say, this one, I'll say it, I'm like, you know what? I don't want my thing to show here. I can copy that and I can go to exclusions and I can go edit and I can add one. Oops. So let's go select campaign, this one, and then I can do enter multiple placements, paste, and then I can add that. So let's, oh, was that it? Launch added. Not sure why I didn't add. Oh, maybe it's just the whole website I gotta do. So apply now. Not sure why I won't add that one. Come on. Try this. You bugger. Sorry, my dog is laying there and just woke up from a nap. There it is. Okay, so I can exclude this website. There. So what I just did is I went through my placements where my ads showed, and I said, you know what, I don't want to be on an obituary website. I just don't want to. It doesn't sit right with me. So I'm going to exclude that from the campaign. And what you do is every couple days, you're going to want to go in, click here, and start looking at the websites where your stuff is showing. Like something like Pets Fanatic, I'm cool with. I guess. I'm imagining this is all about pets, but oh man, this is not about pets. What is this? Weird. You can find a lot of websites you didn't even know existed just by looking through here too. Like Game Banana. Yeah, see something like that. I also have a master exclusion list that I can share with you guys. That's got like 18,000 sites on it. Actually, that might be a video one. I do have another placement one though with websites too. So maybe we'll upload that to the forums for you guys so you can exclude stuff. But this is what you want to do. You want to go through here. You just want to look, and then you can exclude the whole site here too instead of doing it the manual way. So if you see anything in here you don't want, like I know right now, I don't really want gaming sites. So I'm going to edit and I'm going to exclude these from the campaign because gaming sites are not good. Bubble shooter, guaranteed that's a gaming site. When people are on here, they are not buying stuff or clicking off. They're actually just playing games. So I'll exclude that. There's a whole bunch in here. Roblox battles. What is this? the heck is this? A YouTube channel? I don't even know what that is. Anywho, go through your list, and if you see anything wonky in here that you don't want your ads to show on, then make sure you exclude it. Every little change that we do on the demographics and the placements and the bids is going to help optimize our campaign. So now let's go to the ads and let's look at these, and we're going to see some numbers here on like where our money's being spent. And this will, I actually didn't put the second set in, but if we had the second set, we could see. So these are pretty basic ads, just saying need a gift for a mom. And you can see where I've spent the most money. If I sort by cost, looking down this. So this 300 by 250, not quite square one, spent 1356, got 27 clicks, interaction rate 0.34%, average cost is 50 cents. And then this one, 1175 for the 728 by 90, 837 for the 468 by 60, and then 232 for the big one, the 970 by 90. So you can see that. Now, if I were running, which I should have, you can see that 300 by 250 and 728 by 90 are actually my most popular types. But this one is actually getting a lot of impressions, the 468 by 60, but the interaction rate is very low compared to the other ones. And then, but my average cost is also low. So these are some numbers to look at. I mean, if you're, the ultimate number to look at is the conversions and seeing which one's actually working that way. And the ones that are working are the ones we keep. And then what we'll do is, say this one got a conversion, we would want to create a second or third 300 by 250 one and just use a different design to split test it against this. And then eventually, if you have these that are spending like $20 without a sale at all, then you're going to want to turn them off and replace them with another one. So we're going to look at the data. We're going to see which dimension, which like, is it 300 by 250 that's working the best? Okay, cool. Let's go create a couple more of those. Is it 728 by 90? That's like getting a lot of traffic, but it's not really converting. Okay, well, let's pause that one and let's focus on the banners that are working best. So in my case, I don't really have enough data yet to make that decision. But when you do see some that start getting sales, that's where you go, oh crap, okay, here we go. Now we're good to go because we know that that banner's working. We want to make more of that style of banner for sure. All right, so that's kind of what I look at when I'm going through these. And for troubleshooting too, as I put a little bit in the forums, if you're like a day or two into it and you do not have any traffic, then first of all, look at your ads and make sure that they are eligible for the status. If the status is disapproved, or if the status is, what's the other one? Under review, sorry, then that's why you're not getting traffic. If this is eligible and you're still not getting traffic, then you need to go here to your bid and you need to increase your bid. So the two styles that you can use when you first start a display campaign are you can go high on the bid, which is what I did, to get a boost. You're going to overspend on your budget, but then you can drop that bid down. And what you want to do is find the sweet spot for the bid where you're spending all of your daily budget at a good rate, like you're not overspending on your cost per click. The other route that you can take is you can start your bid super low, like even like 10 cents, and you can bump it up by 10 cents every day until you spend your whole daily budget. That way, it just takes a little bit more patience to do it from the bottom to the top instead of from the top to the bottom. All right, so that's how we manage these things. Now, let's move along to the cool part, which is we've got our little store. And now we want to add all these buyers to an email list. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to use MailChimp for this. So we can connect GearBubble to MailChimp automatically so that it adds buyers. So in your MailChimp account, if you go here, you got to open a MailChimp account. Or you can use Aweber, you can use Constant Contact, you can use GetResponse. I'm just showing it MailChimp because I like it. It's what I use. So if you click down the bottom left, you'll see, click your little icon and you'll see account. And then within here, there's extras and API keys. Now I can't click this because If I do, you're going to see all the API keys, which is a security breach for me. So I cannot do that. But right in here, I'm going to show you. So API keys. To generate your API key, this is what you need to put into GearBubble. It's a bunch of random numbers and letters. So you're going to go to settings, which I showed you, and click on API keys. Within there is a button that says create new API key. Okay. You're just going to click it, and then you're going to copy that API key back to GearBubble. Okay. So that's actually the wrong one. API reference, documentation, basics. Found it here. Create an account. Here it is. Okay, so go to the API key section, which I showed you, and then you can create unlimited API keys for multiple different uses, but it's this. There's a blue button that says create a key. All you do is click it, give it a name, and then you're going to get a bunch of random letters and numbers. You're going to take that, and you're going to go back to GearBubble, and that's I've shown my daughter how easy it is to create mugs. I know, good dad, eh? She's old though, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you go here, and you go to settings. I'm going to open this in a new tab. And what we want to do is go to leads. And within here, you can see I've got 3 different types connected. So if I go to I don't even have this account, so I'll show you this. You just go make connection, and now you're going to input your API key into here. Now, if you click this and it launches Aweber, it's because it changed the system. Yeah, it's still going to constant contact. That's weird. Settings, leads. There we go. So you're just going to click this little side box. It'll drop down, and it'll have a spot for you to put that API key that you got from here. You click that, you click update, now you're connected. So now, how do you use that information? Well, let's take a sample here. Just going to grab this title. So let's say I want to hook the buyers up from this mug to my MailChimp list automatically. And what I'll do is go to, hang on, make sure I got the right page. Got something beeping in the background there. Super annoying. She's cooking something in the kitchen. All right, here it is. All right, so now this is my mug, right? So I want to go to settings, open in a new tab, and then under lead generation, it defaults to this tab. Right in here, any of your autoresponders that you have hooked up will go in here. So if I go Aweber, next step, it'll give me an error because I don't have it, but it will allow you to select the list from Aweber, and then you just click it. So maybe if I go to MailChimp. Okay, so I've got one here from MailChimp. So I just go save list. There we go. So now you've successfully set up MailChimp for the campaign. So every campaign that you launch, you have to put this in. Just 1 second. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. can tell we're live with people in the house. The joys of working. Everybody at home, and they put chicken in the oven and then take off on you. Okay, so we've got that hooked up. What that means is anytime somebody buys this one, they will now automatically go to my list. And if it's this list, which is not, but if it was, you would see that they'd appear on here. So now what do we do with that information? We want to email them. So I'm going to tell you something here. Right here. Just going to break some things here. I think it was this one. I can't find it. Oh, well, I found it. No, let me find it. Show me something here. Just on another screen. Aha, yes. Good. Okay. Check this out. So I told you guys a story the other time of how, I don't know how I found it. It was a Facebook ad or something, and it went to a Star Wars shirt. So I was like, that's cool. So once I bought the shirt, I got onto a list from the store, and they did a lot until they got caught. So that's 480 emails from this store. So it's epic-gear.com, and I believe they're closed down now. Check and see. Oh, they just redirected to another one. But anyway, they were totally doing trademark infringement, but the shirt was funny. So you can see that, I guess it was 2016. So that looks like 601. Oh no. That was 2014. Oh no, yeah, here we go. 2015. So back in September 2015, I bought a shirt from this company, and these are all the emails that they have sent me since. There's 480 emails, and the only reason they stopped is because they got caught with the trademark infringement on T-Chip. So I believe they got shut down. They probably got a letter from Disney, which is not good for them, but whatever. To each his own. So if you look at their actual emails, and that I don't think the images are going to show anymore. But yeah, the images are gone there. Gone there. Just trying to find them. All of their emails, because people always think like, what do I put in an email? All they did was they would put holiday special, get ready for the season with these ugly sweaters, limited edition, check out additional design at a huge discount. They would have an image, buy now, image, buy now, image, buy now, image, buy now. That's it. And after a couple of them, I think they were running out of ideas to sell. So they would actually just put one product per email. And then St. Patrick's Day, and they switch here to like a different. Oh, there's a Facebook page. Let's see if that's open. Bet you that's gone too. Yeah. Unfortunately, the company shut down. But the point is, they sent me 480 emails, and these were all Star Wars shirts. So you too can do this. You can send out 480 emails to people, even more. When you send an email to somebody, I suggest you send an email a day. And you might think that's crazy. You might think I'm going to get in trouble. They're going to think I'm spamming them, all that good stuff. With email, not everybody opens every email, no matter what. A lot of it will go to the marketing tab or the spam tab sometimes. Some will get through to the inbox, but the key is to have consistent emails going out. And if you can do it daily, you're going to do a lot better than somebody who can't do it daily. So if you think, I'm going to build this buyer list, now I'm going to email them once a week, you're crazy. You're not going to make any money. If you email them once a day, maybe 15% of those people will actually open the email. So if you have 100 people on there and 10% open, that's like one person opening your email and 9 of them are not. And maybe it was a headline, maybe it was just something they didn't see it, maybe they glanced over it, maybe they didn't want to open it, but you have to keep sending them. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is how we set that up to automatically send these. So it's a one-time setup, and after that, it's hands off. So the way we're going to do this in MailChimp, right here, is we're going to go to, well, in your account, go to campaigns, and we're going to create a campaign. And we're going to do an email campaign, and it's going to be automated. Okay, and this is when we can do welcome new subscribers, or you can do it when they're tagged. So I'm going to do welcome new subscribers in this case, because I'm going to just ignore all my PPC coach stuff in this account. It's going to be when somebody joins your list. So when that API from GearBubble says you got a buyer, GearBubble will send the email over to MailChimp. When that gets onto the MailChimp list, you want an email to go out. So the first email is going to be this. So it's going to be welcome, and we'll do this. It's not a single one. It's an onboarding series. So we'll call this, actually, hang on, I think I'm in the wrong one. Now we're going to do welcome. And it's going to be onboarding. And so you would select your list. In this case, I'm going to use this as a demo. And this, we're going to call this, I put the date, April 22nd, 21, new buyer. All right, begin. So here's where we're in. So when they get added to the list, they will get this email first. So click design to email. So it says this, welcome to our community. Trigger immediately after subscribed contacts join your audience, right? Every day, all day, filter by segment or tag, none, post send notification, none. So we're just going to design this. And in my case, I would say number one, I'll say thanks for your order. Or I'll say, and in here, I'm actually going to give them the option to get out of it, but I'll put this, and I'll put, so in this case, I know they bought. So I'll say, and then it'll pre-fill with all your other stuff. Click next. Now here, you can use their layouts, or you can save a template, and then you can just edit that. They have basic ones too. We don't need anything fancy here. So you could go here and you could create a simple text. I do have saved ones. I'll show you how to save a template too. So I'll click simple. It's going to be just a blank sheet. So what I want to put here, you can see the block. Time to design your email, and the block here. You can go with fancy templates too, but I'm actually going to eliminate this top one. And then I'm going to put this here. So here's where I can write whatever I want. So, hey, I'll put thanks for your order. We are now going to print it and ship it. You will get an automated email from GearBubble We'll put our supplier. With updates and the tracking number. If you have any questions, hit us up at any time. Your happiness is our goal. Thanks, Will. And then my store name. What's my store name? Can't remember. What's my store name? I need my store. Why can't I hit back? The gift shop. And then here, I just like to do it in a bigger font, so I'll go 18. And then you can do this, you know, bold. And then you can make this a link. So I'll copy that, I'll click link. And then I'll go bold, underline. All right, now this bottom part here is gonna be pre-filled from MailChimp. So the mailing address and then the unsubscribe as well, which is important. So I'm just gonna click save and close. Now, if I had a logo, I could put it up top here. So why don't I make a little logo real quick for my store using good old Canva. And let's create a logo. What should we do? Try gift. Gift logo, try that. Okay, can you hear me again? Sorry. Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Yeah, my stupid microphone. All right, so you guys saw what I did, right? Like, I'm not sure when that went out. 12, 19, oh crap. Okay, so I'll do another one, but all I did is I created a template and I saved it. And then I'm just using the template in each one. So every day they're getting a new mug for me. So I'll do a third one and I'll just talk through it, how I did it. Sorry about that. And then this one. So basically we're sending them a mug a day. I'm gonna save this image here, save. I'm gonna grab this URL, copy. Now I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna go, this is email 3. Or no, this is email 4. And we'll call this one in here. So in here, we're just putting a simple header, like a simple email subject. And then we're gonna use our template. So save templates, gift shop, mug email. Takes a second to load. And we're just gonna swap this all out. So we'll say this. So you're just putting one sentence and then you're swapping this out, replace, upload, there, open. And then we'll do the link, change your links, there. And then we'll put that. Now you could change the call to action on the button too if you want, but that's really it. So I've now got 3 days of emails done. So I've got 362 left. I don't even have that many products. So as long as you get a couple done, and if you do a couple of these a day, you're going to do really, really well because your email list is buyers at this point, and they're going to be getting more mugs from you. So even if you lose money on your paid ad campaign, it doesn't matter because you're going to make more with all this. So this is the beauty of email marketing. It's awesome because even if we lost money to get those buyers, now they're going to buy 2 or 3 or 4 mugs from us over the year. But they're not going to buy 2 or 3 or 4 mugs for us over the year if we don't show them mugs to buy. So the one I'll call it a limiting belief, is that you can't email your list all the time. And I'll tell you, if you do email your list, 1 email a day, you make that a goal just for a year, and you run this simple Google Display Network campaign to your store, and you keep adding mugs and you keep adding emails, you're going to make money because you're going to get buyers, you're going to build your buyer list, and now you've got money coming in from email all the time, consistently, and you've got random money coming in from your paid ads. So the part that a lot of people only experience is the random money from the paid ads, because paid ads are up and down. They'll show your ad here, then they'll show it there, then they'll show it to this person, that person. You don't really know consistently if you're going to get sales, but now take that and say, okay, well, I need to smooth out that income roller coaster. I want to make money all the time. So now if I have a list of buyers and I'm only showing those buyers stuff that they've already bought from me, and they know me and they like my mug, odds are they're going to buy another one. Okay, which one they're going to buy, I don't know. That's why now, and I'm going to click next, I've got 4 set up. So I got welcome email and then 4 mugs. You might be thinking, well, Will, they don't even have the mug yet. You can't do this. Wrong. You can do this. So I got, what's the issue here? Tracking. Oh, I didn't do number 4. Okay, so let's edit this. So let's actually go to save and return to workflow. Oh, they want number 4. Oh, buggers. Setup. I want to delete this. Oh, they might make me do this. Okay, so let's just put in a dummy thing here. Mug 4. Get me later. There. Next. We'll just edit this later. Okay, so we've got this done. Now, let's say you only want to do like 5 emails today. Well, you can click next, and now it shouldn't give me an error message. Yep, and then start sending. Start sending. Okay, so now anybody who joins my list, I should probably turn this off because this is not the store one. This is like my PPC coach one. But here's where I can find that note under campaigns. I can go here. Here's my new buyer. And now if I want to edit this, say I want to add in more, I click edit. And I've got thanks for joining the list, all those emails. Now if I want to add another, I click it, add another. And then I can click design. And then I can just keep repeating the process every single day, 365 emails. So it sounds like a ton of work, right? It is to set up. Once you have this set up, every new buyer will get this series from you, every single one. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. Drop down, delete, there. So type delete to confirm. So I got a good start. Delete. I'll just click save and exit to the dashboard. So that campaign is ready to go. You've got your 365 products on your store. So every time what I would do is every time you load a product onto your store, it goes into your email sequence. So it's just the next email in the sequence the next day. So keep doing emails, keep uploading products to your store, and keep sending emails, or sorry, keep adding the new product that you just uploaded to your store. You go to your email list and you edit your sequence to add that email to the sequence as well. So you might be thinking, well, what if somebody already bought that? Well, who cares? Like we can't control that. So we're not going to. Our email sequence is going to be every single mug we've got. And after a while, people are going to just see that, oh yeah, I already bought that one, whatever. Like they're not going to send you a nasty email saying, you don't even know what you're doing. I bought that one already and you sent it to me again. And if you ever do get that, your response can be, oh, I thought you might like another one. Like we don't need to overthink this. We don't need to overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Every time you add a mug to your store, that mug goes on your email sequence. Store, email, store, email, store, email. Eventually, you've got 365 mugs on your store. You've got 365 emails going out to your buyers. So they're going to see all your other mugs too. And you might think, well, I can't do 365 Mother's Day mugs. You're right. But what's the name of our store? The gift shop. It doesn't have to be a Mother's Day mug. It can be any mug. It can be Father's Day. It could be just a funny mug. It could be a sarcastic mug. It could be a political mug. Now on your email list in your store, you can sell anything. With email, you don't have any limitations. So when I put up this kind of crude, where'd it go? Oh, these are all store ones. Hang on. Where did my... Hang on, just gotta clear this out. So let's say, I should clear this. Okay. So I've got this crude one. It's funny, right? And I just did that as a demo for my daughter. We're setting up an Etsy store for her. But anyway, this email, I can't advertise this on Facebook. They would ban me. They'd be like, no, you can't swear. Like, I'm an adult, but apparently they're telling me I can't swear. I can advertise this to my email though, because there's no restrictions on what you can put in your email. It's you. It's whatever you determine is good. That's what you put in there. So if I add this one to my store, which I could, then I'm going to add it to my email sequence as well. So somebody bought like a Mother's Day mug, they're going to get this one too. And yeah, some people might be like, oh, don't say that. That's mean. That's rude. Okay, fine. I might lose a subscriber or two, but I might gain some sales too. So it's a calculated risk that I'm taking. Okay. So, or even the best mom ever, I send that one out. And then I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to just do mugs. I could do something like this. I could do a mom one. I could do a lot of different things with this. Like tons of different products. Whatever I put on my store goes into my email list. Okay. So last thing, if you guys are good with that. There are things called holidays throughout the year, which you guys know well. So let's go like this, 2021 holidays in the United States. So, time and date, holidays, okay, let's look at this. Here we go. We need an excuse to send out, to have a sale on our store. So let's say we have a goal of once a month, or maybe twice a month, we want to have a sale on everything in our store. So with our email, we can do this. We can create what's called broadcasts. So we go create, and then you go email, and then you go regular, and it's just a one-off one. You can do that. So I could create, what are we in? We're in April. So let's go to our little list, and let's go to March, April, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, Easter, right? Oh, that already happened. What's coming up next in May? I think in May, should be something in May. Cinco de Mayo is May 5th. So we're at April 22nd. May 5th is like basically about 2 weeks away. I want to do a Cinco de Mayo sale. So I'm going to go into my here. Well, first, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to create a discount code. So I can go to my account. Is it my account? Just hang on. Yeah, my account. And then I can go on discounts. You can see I got a couple in here already. So I can create a discount. And I can call that a code. It could be a random one. And then I can go discount, and I can go percent, and I can go 25% off. It expires. So if this is my Cinco de Mayo sale, which is May 5th, there's May, so that's the 5th. So say I want it to be a 48-hour sale. That would expire on Friday. I'm pretty sure that goes to midnight, and then I'll go Eastern for me. I think it's -4 right now. -5, and then I'll click add discount. So this code here is what I'm going to use, and then if I need the URL for it, well, I guess copy, and then go to your store. My store, where's my store? Okay, nope, right there. Shop, and then I'll go discount ID equals that. Let's see what happens. There you go. So now this link will apply a 25% off discount to everything in my shop. So what am I going to do? Well, Cinco de Mayo is coming up. So I'm going to go like this. May 05/21. How do you even spell that? De Mayo. $25% off, 48-hour sale. Begin. I'm going to create an email. And in this email, I'm going to say to everybody in the list, from me, subject, I'm going to put a little emoji. I'm going to say 25% off. Save. And here I'm going to design it. Saved. I'm going to go to my text email template. And here I'm going to go happening right now. Well, in honor of this awesome day, we have a 25% off sale going on for our store right now. Click here to get everything for 25% off. I'll go here, link. So the DID equals and then the code insert. I'll delete this one. Okay, I'm gonna go save and close. And now, since I'm running that for 2 days, I'll click continue. And what I want to do is schedule this. So up here, you can do send or schedule. I'm going to do schedule. I'm going to set this up in advance. May 5th. I'm going to send this out at 8:30 in the morning. Schedule. So now I've got a sale email going out for this for 48 hours. And now I could also go here and I can go, okay, so they got that one. They're also getting my other ones in the background, my new buyer stuff, my automatic sequence, email a day. Plus I've just added on some sales stuff as well. Pretty cool, right? So now you want to see something even cooler. Watch this. There's a little site called sendtrick.com. So we'll just put in a fake email. And here, I want to go select your time zone. USD. All right. When does the timer end? So I know I want it to end Friday at, call this 11. Or sorry. Again, go Saturday at 12 o'clock a.m. which has been there Friday. So 0508 at 12 o'clock a.m. I'll set the background to this. I'll set the label color to this. Digits to this. I'll agree to the terms and I'll generate. Now I've got some code here. Right here, the highlight and copy. I'm gonna go back here. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do replicate. It's easier to edit than it is to start from scratch. So here I'm going to edit the name. And it's going to be May, call this May 9th. No. So I set the timer to end here. So 7th. So May 7th. Save it as that. Now I'm going to add a subject. I'm going to add an email. But check this. This is going to blow your mind. You're going to love this. There are programs that charge a lot of money for this that you're not going to need. So right here, we got this little code thing. So let's drag this over. Drop it right there. Now, let's highlight that all. Let's paste in our code. We just put a countdown timer in our email. When that timer hits 0, the sale is over. Get any gift on our shop for 25% off, like right now. That's it. I can move that wherever I want to. Put it down here if I want. But let's put it up top. And then if you don't like the spacing, just hit enter. Save and close. Now continue. And now here, so I know that is, that's a 4-hour left. So I'm going to schedule this. So I'm going to say, scheduling my Cinco de Mayo in advance, so that's May. That's going to be May 7th. And the time is going to be 8 o'clock, well, not 9 o'clock, 8:00 p.m. Eastern, schedule. So now my timer will make sense when that email goes out. So what I did is I just created a campaign, just 2 little emails, one saying, hey, we have a sale, second saying, oh, sale's almost over. We could put emails in between too on the 6th, saying 24 hours left. Okay, you can do that. Now, you're probably thinking, man, you're really hitting these people with a lot of emails. I don't want to do that. That's too scary. I'm scared. Don't do that. Come on. Okay, first of all, smack, don't do that. Secondly, check this out. So I already showed you this one, right? The Epic Gear one, but check this out. I have to buy stuff at the Big and Tall store because I'm big and tall. Anyway, here is, I'm just going to get from them only. Oh. Just their emails. Oh crap. Info Big and Tall. Hang on. Info. Mr. Big and Tall. Mr. Big and Big and Tall. What is your email? What did I put .com? Anyway, I just want to get all their emails. I have freaking butterfingers. I know we're over time, but I want to show you guys this. Just to bust some myths. All right. Okay, there we go. So, I think this was October of 2020 when Mr. Big and Tall, which is a store that has Big and Tall stuff. And you can see order. You'll see a lot of orders from me because I buy t-shirts and stuff there. Everything's on right now. So back on the 18th of October 2020, Mr. Big and Tall decided that, holy crap, like the pandemic's hit, can't really go into the store to buy stuff. So they hired an email marketing company to send out emails. And if you look at this, just look at the dates. Every single day. There's 3 on that day. 1, 2, 3, 4 on that day. 1, 2, 3. 20th. This is a real bricks and mortar store. 2 on that day. 2 on that day. 1, 2, 3 on that day. 1, 2 on that day. 1, 2 on that day. 2 on that day. 2 on that day. 28th is what? 1, 2 on that day. They're sending 2 emails a day, sometimes 3. And have I unsubscribed? Nope. Have I complained? Nope. Because I'm a customer of theirs. And I buy stuff from them. So now watch this. What's the name? Order. There's my orders. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's shipping update. Let's put order received. Spell it wrong. Yeah, I have before E except after C. Dummy. Received. I can't get it. There's 3 orders. On the October, November, and December. Actually, there should be more because I just bought another one. Anyway, within the span of a little over a year, I put 3 more orders through them because they send me emails. And in their emails, I like what I see. And their emails are a little bit different. But you can see, I don't know why they missed the last one. Look at this. Free shipping, free shipping, free shipping. On now, customer appreciation, 30% off. Our latest looks, 30% off. Your size, 30% off, 30% off. Save on everything. New plus on sale, everything's 30% off. 30% off entire store. Like, this is a bricks and mortar place. That is, they get it. They're doing it right. Look, the last one came in today at 8:30. And they sent, they slowed down there, but they sent 2 on the 18th, 2 on the 17th. 2 on the 16th, 2 on the 15th, 2 on the 14th. Do you get it? You're not going to piss people off. Email is all about volume. You have to set up a massive amount of email to make money with it. And with this stuff, your customers, because I bought from them, when I click on this, I'm like, oh, customer appreciation sale. Interesting. So they'll put a couple things. Notice there's no text in here. It's literally just a couple images. They're doing image stuff. You don't even have to do image stuff. Okay, so if you're thinking you're going to piss people off, you're not. And You guys can probably give me examples too of stores that you bought from online or bricks and mortar places that ask for your email and then you get pounded with emails. And you're like, am I going to unsubscribe? No, because I'm pretty happy with them. And in fact, if they have a good sale and I see a shirt or something that I like, I'm going to buy it because I got to buy tall shirts because I'm tall. So I have to go here to get these. But look at this deal won't last. $19.99 and up, clearance top, lowest prices ever, weekend blowout. Not even a holiday, just weekend. All suits, jackets, blah, 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 blah. Like, and they've even got a contest going on. That's a whole different story. But the point is, you're not going to piss them off. So I don't want to hear, I can't do 365 emails, Will. That's absurd. I'm not doing that. And I'm certainly not doing sales. Okay, that's up to you. I'm just telling you what works. And I'm telling you what will make you revenue all the time. And I'm telling you how to take the paid traffic. And even if you're losing money on the paid traffic, doesn't matter. If you're getting sales and you're building up a buyer's list, these are buyers. This is the most valuable possible list you could ever have. You get this buyer's list up to like 1,000, 2,000. The rule of thumb is it's like $1 per subscriber per month. So watch this. Email rule of thumb for revenue. Hopefully this comes up right. Or wait, dollar. How much can I make per email? Well, that's a company. The rule is like $1. Every subscriber you have on your list will earn you like $1. Why can't I find this? I just found this the other day. And I looked at my list and it's pretty accurate. Email $1 per month. Okay, here you go. This is what I was looking at. So you want to make 10,000 a month, get 10,000 subscribers and send them email. So take that figure with a grain of salt or maybe a pound. Here's what it would take to pull in 10,000 a month. First, let's break down week by week. You have to earn 2,500 from your list of 10,000 each week. Average click-through rate of 3.5%. You get 350 clicks coming to your landing page product. With a 2% conversion rate, you'll get 7 orders. To make your 2,500, you need to make $357.14 off each order. And there you go. The key is this one. So if we know that, then our goal is to build this up as high as we can. And it's true. The average across, like, this is like across all industries. You can do more research on it, but it's true. So this is something that you guys probably haven't really done before. I know some guys that I coach one-on-one, even at first, one guy in particular, he's like, man, I don't want to do all that work. That's not going to work. And then I force him to. And then he sends me stuff saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. He's like, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have got through that month. Like, my email list is pulling in money. Even when the campaigns go belly up, which will happen because Facebook is crazy. Google can go wonky. Anything can go wonky on you. You can't rely on one traffic source. So email marketing is a traffic source that is probably the most profitable one you'll ever have. So you build up a store, you build up a buyer's list from your store, you just show them products, they'll buy it. Like, and it just works. So here's another one. So number of active subscribers who clicked on an email within the last 6 months. That's 1,000. I don't know. Oh, this is like a calculator. That's way too involved. You lost me. Calculating the volume. Yeah, anyway. Use that number right there. Keep that in mind when you're setting up this sequence. And then when you're doing your sales, I only showed one sale, right? Just go look at the calendar and say, oh, there's Mother's Day. Gee, what should I do on Mother's Day? I should run a sale. Confederate Day, maybe not, but Tax Day, National Maritime Harvey Milk, Pentecost, Trinity, Memorial Day, I'll probably run a sale there. And then what do we got in June? D-Day, I guess. Bunker Hill Army Flag Day. Flag Day, could run a sale there in the US. Oh, hang on, US, right? Or, yeah, in the US, North America, June 20th, it's Father's Day. Definitely got to run a sale there. Then what do we have in July? Pick an event, run a sale. What do we got in August? Pick an event, run a sale. What do we got in September? Well, we got Labor Day. That's an easy one. We also got back to school in September, if they're going back. October, what do we got? Well, we got Columbus Day. We got Halloween. November, there you go. Thanksgiving Day sale. And then you got your Black Friday sale, Cyber Monday, you got your Christmas sale, New Year's. You got a million reasons to set up like a 48-hour sale, and I just showed you how to do it. So you are going to be busy, and now you're thinking, okay, I'm not going to jump from technique to technique. I'm actually going to build out this store. I'm actually going to run these ads. I'm actually going to get some sales. I'm going to build up that buyer list. That buyer list is going to only bring me more and more revenue over time. And that's what this is all about. So the method is not just paid ads. And that's why I'm spending so much time harping on this email side, because you need those emails going out minimum one a day. And then you throw your sales on top of that. You schedule in advance. And then you can use that countdown timer to make it really work. I'm going to end it there because I know you're probably getting tired of listening to me. But did you get any value out of that? Give me a 1 if you're going to go set this up now in your store. You guys are still awake? Everybody there? Good, 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 good. We all good? Awesome. Okay, I'm going to close off with that. I'll post the replay up in the forums within a couple hours, probably later on today. But this is how you do it, folks. This is how the big boys operate. They work the email side hard, and you're going to now as well. And now instead of having days where you make a bunch, and then days where you lose a bunch, and then days where you make a bunch, the email is just going to be like way more consistent for you. But we got to get those buyers into the email system first in order to make the back end part work. All right. Good, good. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you in the forums. I got some big stuff planned for the next challenge, so stick around, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.